That's fast. Okay, we're good. We're good? Yeah.
Oh, we're good? Oh, okay.
We're good, everybody.
Hello, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Destiny Community Podcast, sponsored by Blue Microphones. And we are here this week with the normal crew and then TheMavShow. Hello.
Hi. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so PlayStation experience was this past week. And I don't know,
you're
dressed up as a PlayStation VR headset today.
Yeah, that's what it is.
If you have the video portion of the podcast enabled right now, you can see these wonderful glasses, which is some of the awesome swag that you can get from going there.
Not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by them.
Please do not purchase. PSX.
You were using the sponsored voice, though.
You actually got those from PSX?
Yeah, right.
They handed those to you?
Now? I'm taking these off now, by the way.
Did they give that to you so you would leave? Like,
they did actually.
But they legitimately gave you those glasses?
Yeah, they gave
they're
everyone.
blue glass.
Not blue.
Oh, no. They're PlayStation glasses.
No, I said PlayStation. I said that they gave you those glasses, yeah. I can't believe they decided.
Coffee?
Was it linked to some sort of event or something, or just PSX in general?
No, like you go there, you get your badge, and they give you a goodie bag with like a water bottle, a T-shirt.
And those glasses are in there.
And those glasses.
What?
You got dipped, man.
Who likes those
we
glasses?
got a beanie. We got a beanie last year, which was pretty cool.
Last year.
Oh, beanie would be sick. Yeah,
dude, but now I combo the beanie with these
maybe
glasses.
They think those glasses are the
sick.
Future.
Yeah.
Just like the future of Oakley.
Are they just white glasses?
Yeah, they're supposed to look like the PlayStation VR helmet, but they're Macho Man Randy Savage glasses.
They totally look like Macho Man.
They're Macho Man Randy Savage glasses.
If you wear it, you have to pull a Savage. You have to you can't wear it without it.
Snap into a Slim Jim up in here.
Episode
not a sponsor.
Community Pod.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Oh my god.
Done 5 minutes in. All right, we actually have a bunch of stuff that happened this week. PlayStation Experience showcased the Dawning, and there was a couple patch notes in the weekly update this week. Some stuff changed with skill-based matchmaking, and is there much else that happened?
Another developer signed on with Bungie to help out with Destiny.
That's true.
Yep.
We're gonna
Rock
get
Band.
Skylanders, not really, but that'd be awesome.
Skylander Rock Band.
So, this is the name of that developer.
Vicarious Visions.
Okay, and what do they normally do?
They did Jedi Knight and Jedi Academy.
Okay.
So
And Skylanders, apparently.
And Skylanders.
so Destiny Jedi.
What do they do for Skylanders? Do they just like develop the actual game, or do they make the figures?
Oh.
Well, they're a developer, right? So if they're a developer, they're going to be producing
all
software.
of it. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Pretty proud. The revolutionary. Have lots of them.
Nice.
Lots of Skylanders.
Excellent.
I'm invested.
Have Skylanders.
Yeah.
Skylanders is amazing, and at first I thought I would be just pissed because I had to spend $10 to $15 per character for my son.
I raised my hand for that. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I just realized that I enjoyed playing it with him a lot. And
it's actually really fun.
I brought this bucket over, but I have 3 more like this of all these Skylanders that I just was forced to buy for him at Target.
Forced.
Of course, it's a Target too.
Yeah.
I have some emotional attachments to each one of these. So yeah.
I have some emotional attachments to Skylanders too, but it's not.
And Target.
Yeah.
And Target. It's not holiday season without Target. Target.
See what's happening at Target.
Great memories. Great memories.
Target. Get all your
I have
presents
to listen
there.
to that ad at least about 100 times per day.
Oh.
The Target ad.
Damn. That's
Oh,
rough.
the Skylanders ad. Because
That's rough.
There were 2 stations.
They didn't want you to
never shut down.
forget. They just didn't want you to forget.
Yeah, Disney Infinity and Skylanders had the loudest little ad stations there, and they're just constantly rolling.
Right.
The best day was when someone stole the USB stick out of the back, and I didn't have to listen to the ad anymore.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's great.
Someone, did you use air quotes on that?
Espionage.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, someone, right? What do you guys think? What do you guys think the company's actually going to be doing? Like realistically, do you think they're going to be doing like something for Destiny 2? Do you think they're going to be doing like is Activision
I'm hoping they're
branch
porting
off?
the game over to PC.
I think that's what I think they're doing.
You think
I don't think
they're
they're
doing the PC
making
port?
anything. I think they're doing the PC port or helping with the PC port.
That
What I'm
makes sense.
hoping is that we get to that they produce a bunch of characters with different armors pieces on them, and we get to record our characters and take them to other people who have.
Maybe you get a little minifig of your
I
character
want
and you can bring it from base station to base station.
No, I got it, guys. I got it. You know, you've been wanting more vault space.
Mm-hmm.
You take a
They're
character,
doing vault space.
you drop it on a little pad thing. You got yourself some vault space, 50 slots right there for about $15.
Oh my god, that's brilliant.
Or
Oh, actually, that's how you trade. That's how you bring it to another person's house and give them those items. You can't do it digitally because, you know, like we're trying to go retro here.
Right.
or they are doing like Destiny Rock Band is the other option.
They're introducing the Bard class to Destiny. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. That's it. Oh, that would be amazing. I want that class.
Got to get the Rock Band controller add-on for Destiny.
That's the only way you can play
the Bard would be a Vex, probably. I would think.
I feel like the Cabal have a sweet spot for music.
God!
They hold a lot of things.
Right, they do.
Dun, dun, dun,
Oh yeah, that's a theme that just grinds into your head. Love it.
I mean, they do have mohawks, so
They do. They can totally rock.
They are pretty metal.
and like the Scions.
They're actually metal.
Yeah, they're literally made out of metal. And the Scions got that like squiggly like let's dance, you know. And throw out the wave, you know? Yeah.
How'd that go?
So this is at least the second studio that we've heard have signed on to help with development of Destiny. High Moon Studios. We heard a little bit about today in the weekly update, but they've been working on Destiny alongside Bungie. In what capacity, it's a little unclear, but it looks like they're really ramping up with Destiny 2 right around the corner.
Thank God.
You think this is a good sign? You think it's a bad sign? Maybe they need help to get the game out the door?
A good sign all the way around.
I think it's a good sign. I think they're just trying.
Can I be the devil's advocate?
Sure.
I think it's a bad sign. It's a
Ooh.
horrible sign. Oh. All right, this
Quit
is why.
crushing my dreams, Pope. Jesus.
No, I'm telling you, this is like a nightmare to me. I left Halo because of Reach and Armor Lock, and I went and started playing Call of Duty. Right, that's understandable.
No,
right?
absolutely.
I started playing Call of Duty. Infinity Ward, loved them, man. And then Treyarch, and then Sledgehammer. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah. So like
what's happened to COD? Yeah, is what happening is what happened to COD, where all of a sudden it got bastardized to the point where all these different developers had their fingers in it, and then by the end you're just like, what the hell is this? I can't even. You're like, what? And then so are we looking at Destiny's beginning of other developers getting their little fingers in there, and all of a sudden we don't know who our guardian is anymore?
I don't know. I don't think that's happening.
Maybe.
I'm just being devil's advocate.
No,
I think these guys are just
I think
the
it's
PC
good to be
port
a devil's advocate. I think
True.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, Pope. I could definitely see where you're coming from, especially with Halo and with Call of Duty. Like, you had Infinity Ward. They were making amazing games time after time. Then, the original guys who founded Infinity Ward got booted out. And Infinity Ward is now kind of the least respected of all three of the developers of Call of Duty at this point.
Right.
Like, it's... and then the original developers or the original guys who founded Infinity Ward are over there making Titanfall 2 at Respawn, making an amazing game. So,
which I think is better than Call of Duty.
So much better, but they need
so much better.
They need to add something completely different, though. But that's still enough, right? Sorry.
I can definitely see where you're coming from, but it depends on what their actual mission is, right? Is it to assist Bungie in doing the offloading work that they just can't get done, like in the weekly update where we see that High Moon Studios was working on armor, right? Like just armor design.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's okay to me, right? They're not in there adjusting the aim assistance like that Bungie feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're making armor.
That's fine.
That's how I feel too. We're not several generations of Destiny down the road right now. We're literally coming up on the next version of Destiny, and I don't think they would be like, "Hey, we're hired on a new studio that's going to completely handle Destiny 2." You thought Bungie was doing it. We've actually been taking long vacations, and this other studio's been doing it. That's definitely not happening. Bungie is making Destiny 2, so I would be worried about that maybe like 10 years down the road. You know, if it's still a booming franchise and they're trying to like squeeze as much out of it as possible, then I could see that happening. But right now, I don't see that. I think it's more like, hey, we need help with the PC port because we actually don't have a lot of experience doing PC stuff. I mean, we have some experience, yes, but we're not known for PC ports. So maybe they're
That's true.
I mean, Gearbox did the original Halo port too, so they outsourced that back in the day.
I guess that's my only argument against that. Is a funny pattern, and if I remember correctly, we talked about this, Briar, back in the day when the Activision feel of like this certain steps that were being taken in their corporate
would you say it's a
formula?
Slither? The Activision Slither?
All I'm saying is that Activision has a sort of formula that we've looked at for other successful franchises. And they use those same, to their credit, they use those same sort of formulas so far on Destiny. And it's starting to feel a little bit like they're introducing these companies to start taking over in kind of these chunks, because one of the main gripes is that we didn't get enough content, right? We didn't. Yeah. So the same thing was happening in Call of Duty, where there wasn't enough content coming out, and they wanted to produce. Their solution was to produce a new Call of Duty every year, wasn't it?
Every year,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Every year.
Like,
so then they generated this. They generated this thing where they had these other companies. It looks a lot like what's happened when Call of Duty back in the Infinity Ward, and then these other companies were just peripherals that we never heard about, and all of a sudden now they're big names on release days. So
Sledgehammer was around before they started working on.
So was Treyarch.
Yeah. You know, and Sledgehammer was helping with the multiplayer. They were helping with development of the game. I definitely see where you're coming from, Pope, and that is definitely a concern I hadn't even thought of.
It's true, but not to be the one that talks about. I think the porting, and also not to be the one that brings up World of Warcraft, but. World of Warcraft's gone through many generations, right? And has it all been? I would imagine they've had other companies come in and help them with stuff.
Blizzard is an anomaly. You cannot compare any game made by Blizzard to any other game for the most part.
Even their studio.
Their GDP dwarfs most countries.
I think people do live there.
They do. They bring their dogs and their kids.
Income grosses most countries' GDP. Whatever.
It's weird calling it GDP.
Yeah, whatever. No, if anything, I think the studio's coming on. We've got the Skylanders connection. They're going to do what they did with World of Warcraft. Not this studio did with World of Warcraft, but World of Warcraft did, where they had like another studio that you could import your character and get a custom printed figurine of that character.
Yo, that'd be sick.
I mean, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Take my money.
Yes.
I want snap on and snap off armor though, because I change my armor all the time.
Right?
Oh, maybe that'll be an option.
Season.
Yeah.
I am excited because we are having a real issue right now with content being produced for Destiny. We saw it ever since. We saw that the Dark Below, even right at the beginning, felt rushed. House of Wolves didn't have a raid. Taken King was huge, but then they couldn't follow that up for an entire year until Rise of Iron. And now, not really expecting a whole lot, although the Dawning, which we just got, details on, and I'm really excited about. That is a lot bigger live team event than what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just SRL, right? It's like, hey, we actually added, strike scoring. We've added a bunch of other stuff, the Nightfall things.
The most important thing, most of this stuff is sticking around. This isn't just kind of like a flash in the pan. Here's the event experience. It gets some loot that you'll be able to use, but all the events that you do.
Right? SRL is sticking around, but only for private matches.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Where the fun is, right?
Where the fun in the Crucible is.
You're going to find a lot of arguments to that because, I don't have friends, so
strike scoring is sticking around.
Matches.
The bounties that are coming with the patch, all those are sticking around. All the, the actual updates to the game that are coming. I mean, the only thing, as far as I'm aware, that's not sticking around is SRL. The game mode itself is sticking around. Private matches.
What about the armor? The Dawning, the shiny, sparkly armor? I feel like that's. I feel like that is just for the Dawning, right? It's not going to be.
I feel like that's just going to be for the Dawning as well. You're going to have a limited amount of time to get that.
Like Mass for Festival of the Lost.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty excited about this, though. I was shocked by how much they announced. Like, I was expecting SRL. I was expecting 2 new maps. I was expecting new Sparrows, new racing gear, and a ton of microtransactions. Yeah. We're getting all that, but we're also getting that strike specifics or strike scoring, which looks like it could be fun. We're getting 3 revamped strikes. The Nexus, Omnigul, and what was the other one?
Nexus, Omnigul, Taniks. And then Nexus actually has 2 versions of it.
The Nexus looks awesome. Patrick, you can explain because you played it.
I can explain.
That's new PvE content, which is exciting. Plus, we're getting quest lines from Zavala, which is great. You know, there's actually some content here. It's not a huge amount. It's not even quite as big as the April update, but it's a lot better than last year's SRL event.
Right. Yeah. It's not just a live event, right? We're actually giving us stuff that we can continue to play, continue to strive for after the live event goes, which is nice. You know, I'm going to be hunting Icebreaker for probably a year. So.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I'll get it on my first game.
I don't know. Maybe the drop rate's really low because they're like, everyone loves Icebreaker. Right? No one plays Nightfalls. Let's make them just never get it.
Somewhere out of the Thorn quest drop from a bounty with Shiro. The Icebreaker is going to drop from a bounty from Zavala. And it's going to be randomized. So you might get it quickly.
The Nightfall bounty.
It might take a little longer.
Just pray to RNGesus. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Great.
Make sacrifices.
It's going to be a good event, but I think that we are not going to see like what Breyer was hinting at, but didn't like continue with his train of thought, is that there is a part of the community that Bungie's traditional answer is go get friends, you know, start a clan. That's their traditional answer. And, you know, I would have liked to have seen, to be honest with you, a Sparrow Racing place, a Sparrow Racing matchmaking somewhere. You know, just and have it not skill based at all, or just a tiny bit. I don't know, and just
queuable
for fun.
Something queuable. Yeah. Destiny's always been really good about just getting on it during your lunch break or something and just playing. And not having to worry about.
I'm disappointed that it's not in the matchmaking system. To be honest with you, I like that it's staying around. That's great, but I'm with Matt. I mean, I
would rather see it. Yeah, I'd rather see it in the matchmaking as well. Pope, just jump in for a race or 2. Like I didn't really understand that decision, but I'm not that upset about it either.
Yeah,
I think they need to we've been talking about.
So I don't care.
Just to be clear, you will be able to play Sparrow Racing as matchmaking during the event. Once it leaves, which I think what your concern is, you won't be able to. You'll have to do it in private matches.
I don't understand why they didn't make it like a every month or 2 months event where, hey, it's a week of, just like Iron Banner. Iron Banner is an event that comes around once in a while or monthly most of the time. Why not make it a month or 2 month event? Because that's actually what Destiny really needs, and they need more things that, like we talked about this in the past, they need more PvE style events as well. Go earn specific armor that's just from these PvE things.
Yes. You know? I would like to see more PvE. I kind of miss it.
Yeah. And
PvE so much sweat.
Yeah, the sweaty PvE lifestyle.
Like Nightfall bounties, you know, something like that, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's strike scoring that's coming in with these, so I'm sure there will be a portion of the PvE community that will be very focused on trying to get the absolute highest score in a particular strike run.
Yeah, when they announced that, it just reminded me of actual other MMOs, because there's a lot of MMOs right now that have private areas where they can time that, and this just makes Destiny more of like an MMO in that regard.
Yeah.
Are you doing the streamer
Sparrow race? No, not this. I did last year, but not this year.
And Tefty, I thought I saw your name. Yeah, you're in there. Yep. Breyer, Patrick, Watts, any of you guys?
No, I'm not going to be here when they're doing it, so I can't do it.
So I'm going to have to be Team Tefty all the way.
Yeah, Team Tefty.
Damn right, let's go. I'm going to have to actually practice.
Hello?
I'm like okay at racing, so I'm going to have to practice pretty heavily up until that point if I want to.
One thing I learned that I will give you advice on is that there's some people that you might not think will win, and they will come in first.
They will.
I don't know if that's advice so much as a
that's
threat.
Not.
That's a warning.
That's a threat.
You better win.
That's a warning. Yeah, it's a warning. Sorry.
That's an omen. Also, the person you didn't think was going to win will win.
Will win. True.
Just
Mav's sitting over here with a pair of pliers cutting
I'm
the brakes
very
to all the
unhappy
sparrows.
about last year's result.
So how long have you been streaming, Mav?
Oh my gosh. 2014.
2014. What was it?
Nice.
Was Destiny your first? Like, is it Destiny your first
was
title?
not my first title because I didn't know how to use a capture card. I wasn't even streaming until after the launch of Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
So I sort of came in towards the middle of the year one. But yeah, started streaming Destiny back in the day.
How you seem to have a pretty cool following. Like, what?
Yeah, my following is the
picked up and went quick.
Mavicorns.
Yeah.
It was insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
The Mavicorns?
The Mavicorns. I did not name them. Fun fact. I did not name them.
Okay.
I just called everyone Majestic and just Magic. Just because it was oh my god, people were subscribing and following and hanging out every day. They're just awesome. So that was really awesome.
So how did they get the Mavicorn name?
Well, they called me a unicorn, and then they just called themselves Mavicorns, and then just stuck. And then I dyed my hair purple because there's just people dye their hair, things going on. Yeah.
Yeah, you. I remember tweeting out. You got some. I think that's what's fun about the Twitch community. You've got like really loyal fan base. I mean, and when I tweeted out that you're going to be on the show, there was a lot of excitement for. Like some inside jokes and stuff I didn't understand. So
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. They're very proud whenever we get to do anything because they're just like, go Mav. But it's just really cool. Twitch has been amazing. I've never had anything like it. I mean, I've ran guilds and online games and stuff, and I like never showed my face or anything. So coming to Twitch was like, oh great, I'm gonna be a girl gamer. They're just gonna be like, oh my god, she's wearing makeup.
You've run like social groups. I mean, you understand the importance of community and stuff like that. Like what guild is a guild in like World of Warcraft, or what was a guild in?
I played a lot of World of Warcraft, just too much. Just like I started playing
common ground.
Yeah, I stopped in WoD, but I started playing Warcraft in 2008. Oh no. Yeah. So
the youngin.
This is where Patrick's nerd questions come in.
I was what is it? Yeah, no. I didn't play Vanilla WoW. But I went back and played it like a couple months ago, and I don't know why people want that to come back. I just don't know.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Awful. It's
a horrible
terrible game.
It's awful. Remember when everyone's like, "Oh, Vanilla Destiny like had some stuff which is so much better." It's like, no. I remember the vault space.
We just love.
I remember auto rifles.
Destiny, but no one ever wants. You don't want that to come back, everybody. Please don't.
Nostalgia lines for sure. Heavily.
I got an addendum to that, honestly.
You just don't text me, please.
No, I've been doing the perma-Destiny challenge, and I gotta say, leveling up through vanilla is actually it's fun. A treat right now. The leveling system works out really well.
I like leveling. Yeah, I actually like.
Yeah, but it was completely different in year one.
It was.
Yes, it was.
You know,
you
right.
want the improved
My bad.
Vanilla Destiny.
Screw Vanilla Destiny. That thing was garbage.
Yeah.
And so what do you focus on, Mav, like on your show? What do you focus on? Are you like more of a PvP person? You go fight Lumi and Shade stepping around. I saw you're a hunter, right?
I'm a hunter. Yeah, I'm terrible at it, but I'm a hunter. I do much better on my Titan, but I think that's like auto win for a lot of people.
No, stop.
If I can win on a Titan, so can you. Get a Titan today. But no, I started playing on the 360. I actually started playing Destiny on 360. I actually rented it when it launched because I didn't have the money to buy it, and that was before I started streaming. And but yeah, I mainly focus on community. So my stream is a little chaotic, a little exciting, and just chaos. That's all I can explain it. We're just loud and rowdy, and we just try to get as many people in to play. And it's just really focused on having people have making people have a fun time. And maybe they watch a stupid moment of something I did that's dumb, or like I missed something, and they're just like, "Oh my God, can you believe Mav did this?" Or yeah, I just really focus on making
like our
moments
streams are
like
very
that.
similar.
Yeah. I'm not the best, but I'm the best trier. I keep it all like that.
Well, Jampol is in our chat, and he's saying that you carry people through trials. So,
that's the joke. That's the running line. Yeah, that's the total.
Okay. Okay, good.
I mean, yeah, my backpack is like this big. Mas Grande backpack.
You don't have a backpack. You have like a.
I have like a fanny pocket. Yeah.
A little fanny pack.
Just hop on in. I can hold your controller for you.
Well, so so we have I don't know, we've got a room full of streamers, and I think that we was there any changes to, like, do you guys want to talk about the Bungie weekly update? Start getting into that?
Yeah.
Is this Patrick's streamer person?
No, I want to put the glasses back on.
I'm a streamer.
You're like free glasses.
He's hiding from the camera. The lights are too bright.
That's what it's gonna be like a Guardian
con.
Because there's some changes that are gonna affect you guys, and you're gonna have to talk to your people about it.
There's changes coming?
Yeah, there's changes.
Wait, what?
Changes?
There's stuff.
There's changes?
There's changes.
No.
Changes are brewing?
Yeah.
What's
I
changing?
can't wear these. Seriously, I can't wear these glasses.
I guess we could start talking about the dawning, I guess.
Let's do it.
Well, in the weekly update, they clarified a couple things. Like when we were at PlayStation Experience, they said, skeleton key drop rates are going to be improved. And we're like, well, what does that mean? And they're like, we'll get into it more later. Well, in this weekly update, they said they're going to improve the drop rates of them. Cool, awesome. A tiny amount. I don't know what that means. It works out to be like currently they're at like 10-ish% drop rate. Ish.
It will be 12%.
I'm thinking like 15.
I was gonna say 12.5. I'm gonna go in for the gamble here.
They said slightly, right?
They did say slightly. The wording they used was slightly. Yeah.
No, they're just gonna add.
You're guaranteed now when you do the Nightfall.
That's the other thing. The Nightfall will guarantee one, which is what basically every single person that ever critiqued skeleton key drop rates like, look, it'd be great if we could just have a guaranteed way to get one. And
one per account per week.
Yes.
Yeah.
So not one per character, one per account.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But still, that's pretty good. It at least gives you a reason to do the Nightfall once a week.
That's one more per week than I get right now. So.
There you go. Well, you do that. You also knock out the bounty. You might get Icebreaker at the same time, and then get your.
And then boom, you're done. No more
done.
Nightfall.
Knocked out the dawning. Perfect.
There's also the biggest thing for me, green engrams.
Oh,
don't you love
this is huge.
Yeah.
Don't you love dismantling those right now? Like, don't you find it therapeutic to just pick up green engrams and go in your inventory and dismantle them
and hold the button? Yeah.
Well, they're getting rid of that now. Now they just automatically dismantle as long as you are level 40.
I really hope
we're doing a raid last week with viewers, and we got stuck pretty hard at Axis for a good 2 hours, I'd say.
Been there.
And it was just like every time you had a minute, you had to go in and start deleting all the greens in your inventory because it just they fill up. It is kind of a cool effect though, because they're just scattered all over the place. It's like lighting the whole place up with green engrams.
Yeah.
I do have some extra info on the whole
Christmas failure.
green thing situation. So someone asked if it was going to be like a toggle on and off option. Because they would like to do some like green weapon only tournaments and stuff like that for fun with their viewers. And Cosmo's reply was, you will have to make a new character that's not level 40.
Yeah. If you want green weapons and armor and you are currently level 40, you will need to like start farming now. You got like a couple days.
Yeah,
right?
Start farming.
Yeah.
I was like, this is such a Bungie reply. Make a new character. Go play private matches.
New account.
Go play private matches. They're there
with your new character.
I think overall that's a good change because
it's great.
Look,
very much so.
It's such a finite portion of the community that would actually want to grind for greens, want to grind for anything green, and it's like they stated the purpose of it was for like investment for the economy to get weapon parts and armor materials. And we're like, just have them go into that. And they did that. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's smart. Yeah.
Thank you.
For anyone who likes to grind trials, passage coins can now be purchased from Brother Vance for Motes of Light.
Thank God.
That's really cool.
No.
So huge.
I've deleted.
Oh no.
400.
I'm light
I
poor.
You're moat poor?
Are you both moat and
I'm
patch
actually
coin
moat
poor?
poor. I'm both.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What are you spending your moats on?
Just, stuff.
You have a problem, don't you? It's called factions, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's the one person that buys strange coins from Zur. Oh wait, no, never mind.
It converts
It
strange
converts
coins to moats.
Yeah.
I
So
just
many
like to trigger my
people
chat by doing that. It's just right.
I had thousands of them coming into Rise of Iron, but I was
Minimum
down
point.
to like double digits at multiple times
Mhm.
just from upgrading equipment. Like especially
Yes.
in the race up to the
Yeah.
raid,
Yes.
Oh
but
my
even
God,
after the
yes.
raid, just getting your armor
Poor.
upgraded takes a ton of them.
Yeah. it does.
POUR. Poor.
Yep.
I refuse to go below
Different kind
1,000.
of poor.
Yeah.
Pouring out those moats of light.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
There you go.
But at least you can purchase them, because I can't tell you how many times I'm the best at trials, and the fact that there's just no more coins to go play and just be fodder for the world. I don't know. How am I supposed to help my community get their wins?
At
Every
one
time
point, I
somebody
was
goes
deleting
forward.
trials coins because you used to get them from everything. Like every
Yes.
PvP activity, they used to rain down on you.
Yeah.
So I would just delete them to make room in my vault or on my character, and then they
Poor
stopped
Briar.
coming.
Poor
Yeah.
Briar.
And I was like,
POUR Briar.
I have to
Yeah.
use the bounties from last week to get the tokens for this week.
That's what I was doing. Every week I've lived on like just barely enough through
Yeah.
the bounties.
Yeah, every week Watts and I go do trials. It's like, Watts, do you have enough coins? She's like, I should have enough.
I'm like,
As
I have
long as we-
For
none.
a card. Just make sure like we don't die on the first few.
Yeah, as long as we
And-
get through this card without losing, I'll be able to turn in the bounties, and I'll have enough for the next card, and then hopefully I'll have enough for the next one after that.
Yeah.
That's living paycheck to paycheck is no good.
I know.
No good
It's
at all,
not.
man.
It is not.
Painful.
Can we get like a passage coin advancement, kiosk?
I think
Yeah.
I need one now.
We need a
I think I
modal
need
light.
an
cash.
They're gone.
Bungie,
Darn it.
please. Can I please get an IOU?
We're gonna need
Bungie,
a modal light
ever-
advance, actually.
I will
No,
play for a certain amount of
Eververse-
hours for some coins.
Eververse Trading Company will be like a check into cash place where you can put an advance on your next trials passage at 33% interest rate.
Perfect.
I'd probably do it.
I would
Yeah.
probably do it. I'd be like, well, okay.
Yep. Because like the only current way to get them right now is going and losing a bunch, and as much as it's like, oh cool, I can go lose a bunch, and some other teams will get a win on their card, but still, it's like it's
We do
not
know
the spirit of
My team always
competition.
ends up doing is going in with the expectation of losing. We'll put on like dumb equipment and stupid weapons, and then we try our ass off and win, and then we're like, shit, now we just got to do it again.
Did I
That's a
tell
fun
you?
way to do it, though.
Can't
That's
flip
fun.
that switch and like not trying like crazy in Trials of Osiris.
I tell you, more
Yep.
often than not, I feel like buying boons curses a card more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear.
I think you're
I
right.
swear. Like
The last time I went flawless, I had no boons.
the last time I went flawless, I think I had no boons also. And every time I do like a no boon run, it's like, wow, these easy teams. What's happening here? You buy boons, suddenly it's like, oh, you looking to go to the lighthouse?
No,
You bought
Sorry,
everything.
no chips the mercury.
what happens with us and Watts, we'll like put all the boons in the card, go in, win like 3 games, and then lose on like the 5th game. It's like, do we want to reset? We're only like 3 games in.
Right.
And we're like, yeah, we'll go reset, and then we'll lose like on the second one or something. Like, God, screw
Darn
it,
it.
we'll just play, and then it's just like easy teams for
It's-
the rest
yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Do you think it's because we're not trying? Because we're just going in there like, let's just
YOLO.
do
We'll
our
just-
best.
Yeah, we just YOLO it for the rest of the time, and
Maybe
good.
we just need to YOLO all the time.
I mean,
It's
Swag
life
Play
lesson.
magic.
That needs to be a T-shirt.
YOLO
Only
all
YOLO
the
once.
time.
you only YOLO once.
You only, you only live
Kinda
once all the
sweaty.
time. With like permanent sweat stains actually like in the shirt. Like they're part of the design,
Nice.
Yeah.
I
All
love
right, so some other updates that they confirmed are coming. Gunsmith, the weapons that you can get from the Gunsmith, the rank 2 class ones,
Hmm?
those can be repurchased. So Still Piercer, Immobius,
Immobius.
if you
Yay.
actually like that shotgun for some reason. And
I just feel like that's going to be used certain ways. So I feel like I need to have it. So.
True.
Vupi, Susanu.
Susano. I know something from Naruto.
Susano.
Yeah, some people accidentally deleted those because they didn't really realize you couldn't get them again. So it's nice.
I deleted my
people who are collectors.
Yeah, because they have so much vault space. They have so much vault space to collect.
I had no vault space, so I was like, "Do I really like this? I don't know." Just delete it. Then I was like, "Wait, you can't get those again." Okay, I made a mistake.
That's what I was going to say.
Now I can actually delete.
Yeah, on the contrary, we can delete it now, knowing that we can just go pick up another one.
That's a good
easily.
point. Yeah, that's 3 pieces of vault space. I'm
going down to 80 spaces now. I'm at 83 out of 108, going down.
Congratulations.
To 80.
That's always my like marker where I'm like, I get 83 spaces. Like. They're filled up. It's great. I got so much space. Swimming in it.
So much room for things to do.
Destiny,
I'm like hovering around 1 or 0 free spaces.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Destiny
rough.
Item Manager has this little bar at the top of the window where it shows like it filled up. If it's all yellow, you've just got no vault space, and it breaks out 3 bars for armor, weapons, and general. And the other night I was just solid gold bars across, and I'm trying to do Forge, Archon's Forge with my family, and we were just messing around. And I've got it on farming mode, and it keeps just spamming in a piece of armor over and over again because there's no space. And so I just went in there and I angrily started deleting everything. And I'm like, what's the most useless thing in my vault right now? And I'm like, auto rifles. So I just started deleting them all.
I still have a husk of the bit.
Rifles.
Surprise!
Oh my
gosh! Coming soon.
Oh my gosh! My vault is always telling me to not delete things, and I'm just like, I want to, so just do it. YOLO.
Just do it. Just
YOLO.
Yeah. YOLO the vault.
There you
go. They're putting up a new kiosk on Tuesday for their SRL for SRL gear. So that might help a little bit.
There's just gonna be like a row of just kiosks.
It's just
kiosk everywhere. Kiosks as far as the eye can see.
I'd rather get some more vault space, but kiosks help. You can always just throw stuff in there and not worry about it.
The Burning Shrine, how they were like, let's turn it into a social space. I bet they're trying to turn it into a kiosk planet. You're just gonna walk in there. It's just like a giant vending
all your trials gear can go in there.
There you go. Kiosk for every
it's the Costco of Destiny gear. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's another kiosk coming as well.
Container store.
Is there really?
There's a really fantastic kiosk coming, and it's going to be for ornaments.
This is great.
For ornaments.
Yeah.
Instead of having to 100% rely on RNG to get ornaments now, you will be able to buy past event ornaments for 25 silver dust from this kiosk.
Specifically,
specific ornaments. Like I want the Crucible Assassin Trespass ornament. I've been trying to get it every single week. Haven't gotten it. I can just go buy it now. Boom. It's done.
It's cool. I only spent like $70 getting the Hawkmoon ornament.
That's what I was.
Oh my god! And I've gotten so many Hawkmoon.
Yep. So, and the thing is, the price won't change if you have it or not. So, like, no matter what, it's going to be 25 silver dust.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Well.
So, you can't
that's
get
better than having to rely on RNG.
It's better than having to rely on RNG.
Yes.
Yeah,
and the thing is, like,
so bad you can purchase it. I like that.
Yeah, if you want it so bad, you can purchase it. And the same time, like if you get a bunch that you just don't care about, you dismantle them. That will work towards doing that. And it should be fairly simple to actually grind up a lot of silver dust now. Well, I say fairly simple if you are at the level where you can do the raid challenge modes to get ornaments every single week, get the free thing. I think you can get up to like 9 silver dust per week.
Wait, those still dismantle in silver dust? I didn't realize that. I thought they took that out.
I think I do. Let me. I have the game pulled up right now. Let's.
For some reason,
ornaments.
Oh,
the ornaments. Yes.
They took away the need to use silver dust to apply them. Right?
Yeah, I'll dismantle one right now just to double check. Yep,
So,
silver dust.
Sure. Yeah.
There's also a new update that there's going to be a kiosk in the tower for the kiosks.
That's great.
So all the kiosks are in the
it's really taking up too much space in the tower.
Yeah.
Right. And that's going to be able to save and
Damn
give
right.
us more vault space. So we're going to have kiosks of kiosks that are
Perfect.
going to actually open up our vault space.
By the way,
Does DiCaprio pop
really
out
great.
and say, "Here's your kioskception"?
there it is.
Kiosk.
You just
This
walk
makes
into
me
this
pretty
kiosk.
positive that we're not going to get more vault spaces here. Like,
Yeah.
We're just getting
Okay.
more
giving us
kiosks.
kiosks.
If we're
They're getting
not,
more kiosks.
I
That
don't
doesn't
think
that
we're
count
getting
as
vault
vault
spaces.
space though. Doesn't that kind of count? Those are like little mini vaults.
a little bit, yeah. In fact, if you need to like
Storage.
clear out your vault even further, I got a game for you. You could play Vault Roulette and you have chat throw out numbers based on row and column, or
That's great.
and then that's what you have to delete.
That's amazing.
You know,
Oh,
That's
Rip.
horrible.
That is
Vault
fun.
Roulette, guys. There you go.
If that lands on
do
my
that.
Praetorian foil, I will cry.
Oh man.
It's
Well,
roulette,
then
man.
you we're
It's roulette.
re-rolling. Just
High
like turn the
stakes.
stream off. Just turn it off. Be
Just like, oh, we
man,
disconnected. I don't know what happened.
How do I
Yeah.
win, Tefty? It's like
Yeah.
sounds like I only
You
win
win
this
by
game.
getting more vault space. Obviously, this is what you get for that.
Chat is the will runner here.
Here, so I'm this close to saying I'm gonna tweet out 10,000 likes.
10,000.
And I delete 10,000 likes, and I will delete every single weapon I have in Destiny. That's my vault space
You'll
challenge.
be weaponless.
Fuck,
Go in
screw
there
it
with
all.
hands.
You
I
know,
don't even
just
think
delete
you
it all.
can be weaponless.
You know what?
It's
Like,
not an
just,
option.
just go through, on stream and just delete every single thing, because that's where I'm at. I
Hope's
feel
dream
like
is to be a ninja.
no,
Yeah.
my dream is to be
Melee,
to get
super
a weapon.
melee nade
Colored
challenge. That's
ninja.
what it is. I get it.
So my dream is to get a weapon drop in Destiny and not have anxiety over whether or not like I should keep it because it's that one vault space I have left. And you know, it's like it's turned something that's fun, which is like, you know, getting weapons and armor and stuff, and it's turned it into something like anxiety producing. I don't know.
Yeah.
For real.
It is a little
Stressful.
anxiety producing.
It is, and so you've got three characters. Oh, I'm gonna slow down. You've got three characters with three classes in each one of them, and the game is about creating builds for each class. So if you can't do the basic thing that mathematically you've been asked to do in the game by the amount of vault space you have, then what the hell?
No, I got tons of builds. That's the thing, though.
I mean, yeah, like I've got enough I've got builds for each one of my characters and guns that go well with those builds, and that's what the game is about. And you're running out of space to do it.
There's like a sentimental value to it too. It's like I have a Grasp of Malak. It was like the first Grasp of Malak I got, and it was earned by, you know, farming for it for hours with two of my best friends in Destiny. And like, I could get rid of this because my Clever Dragon is better. Like, it's just better. My Clever Dragon is just better than my GOM. But I don't want to, because every time I look at that weapon, I remember those hours I spent with those two friends.
Yep.
Well,
I
also,
just
what
don't
did-
want to delete it.
Right.
Yeah.
What did Bungie say? They say they want these weapons, especially exotic weapons, to be
mean
weapons you
something.
remember getting that mean something to you. But you have to
Right.
delete them, and we made a kiosk for it because you can't hold on to them.
And if you want it, just get it again.
Yeah,
But
right?
no, it's that one that you got that you remember getting, that Galahorn, the
It's
first
true.
Galahorn.
Yep.
You don't need your first Galahorn anymore because we got the new Galahorn. Well, maybe I want to keep my
I
Galahorn.
just,
All right.
oh
Yeah.
god,
Yeah.
oh god.
What
I just
happened?
thought of something. I originally had a bunch of icebreakers, and I would swap them around to characters, and I'd like deleted all of them. What if I deleted my original?
You probably did.
This is like, it's like getting like you just come home,
How do
like
you
your
know?
wife gave birth to twins, and then
You
like
lost
the only way
one.
you can tell them apart
You
is like the
deleted one,
hats
but
that
you
they
can't
have
remember
on
if
That's
them.
not where
deleted
this
number
is
one or
going.
number two.
And then you
Take
swap
this
the hats.
back.
You don't know
I
which,
made a
which
terrible
hat.
decision.
This is a
Which
terrible
one did I
Which one is
dismantle?
I don't know what happened here.
Oh my god!
This is
Speaking of
horrible.
Icebreaker, we're getting some new exotics.
I just thought you were losing
Oh.
a baby. It just didn't
Yes.
know-
No, I just don't know which one's which.
Damn.
They were twins.
Don't
We
lose
are
your
getting
Really
baby.
excited
Father
to see
problems?
Icebreaker back. I don't know how much I'll use it compared to how much I did use Icebreaker in year one, because it was just so useful in year one. The way that strikes and raids were designed, they've kind of changed the way that strikes are designed, especially and raids. So you can't really just sit back and snipe all the time.
Aw.
Yeah.
I used to like it
True.
in PvP, but they also, they kind of nerfed it a little bit in PvP. So I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of Icebreaker, but I am glad to see it come back.
Me too. I love Icebreaker. I'm going to use it for everything. I'm going to use it for PvP. I'm going to use it for...
Weren't you and like Patrick and Watts like perfecting like the icebreaker no scope thing? Wasn't that a thing?
I think that was Patrick.
Listen, I was using icebreaker way before. In fact, I got crit. No, I'm dead serious about this.
Really cool.
I got criticized about this way back in the day.
Come on.
Being like,
all right. Let's hear it.
Tefty uses icebreaker for PvP. He's one of those guys. He clearly doesn't know anything that's going on. I got criticized for using icebreaker back in the day before it became something of icebreaker is actually really good in PvP. In fact, I even made a review about it on my channel talking about how actually icebreaker is kind of incredible for PvP.
You're such a hipster, Tefty.
I am, absolutely. And then they nerfed the ammo. So anyways, it's not as good anymore.
Yeah, so now every time you die, you have no ammo.
Was it always 7 seconds?
No.
5. Yeah. And also it didn't start with 0 before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Originally, like if you died, it would you would lose the ammo and you have to like regain it. But then something broke where it would keep its ammo, like if you died. And then they finally nerfed that again. So,
want to know a fun story about Icebreaker? I don't know if I can share it, but I am. I'm sure it's fine. Icebreaker, when you got down to like the last bullet, what it used to do and why it has like the blinking red saying that it's danger is that sometimes if you shot that last bullet, it would blow up and kill you. Only sometimes. So it's like, you got your last bullet. Do you want to use it and maybe die, or do you want to wait for regenerating ammo? I don't know.
Yes, I would like to use it.
I would have used it every time.
Oh my god!
You run into a group of people in PvP and just pull the trigger. There you go.
Amazing. That would be amazing.
Light of what is it? YOLO. It's fine.
Yeah.
YOLO light.
Not
how anticlimactic
for the
is
Destiny challenge, but
right? Can you imagine if you died from a faulty icebreaker shot?
Imagine running into a group of people
and
and shooting the icebreaker, and it's not the chance that the round that blows you up, and you're just like,
you're just standing there. Hold on, can you guys wait 7 seconds?
Just retire.
Time out.
Time out.
I need 7 seconds, guys. Oh, sure, you need 7 seconds. More like 30 minutes.
There are 2 other exotics coming, like that are
right.
New exotics. We have the fabled Solar and Void Lords, Abaddon and Nova Mortis.
Identity Crisis exotics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
The ones that we thought we were going to get with the Taken King.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're a reality now.
Well.
And they're exactly the same as Thunderlord. They're just different elements.
Different elements. That's it.
Is the lightning effect, like the chaining effect, also switched to an elemental, or is it still like
chaining?
You know how like
there's like a arc that skips between the people you're shooting at.
And is it in the flavor that you're shooting?
It skips between the people you're shooting at.
You know the intrinsic perk.
Yeah, sure like you're not arc bolt grenade, kind of like it'll skip between people.
I know Zalo does that.
So no, there's a hidden perk in Thunderlord where like every now and then it'll jump lightning. Isn't there?
Have I not used it that long that it actually has that?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't.
Chat's gonna correct me immediately in about 5 seconds.
Go
Tefty's a hipster. He would know about these little quirks.
Yeah, it's like a hidden perk where every now and then it will it'll jump lightning and like it'll change just like Zalo.
Look, Patrick, don't question Tefty. He's been using the Thunderlord since before.
He's been using it since the alpha, you know.
Since the alpha. I mean,
it was a lightning firefly.
It has the firefly effect.
He was the one who told Deej about it.
Yeah. Deej didn't know about the Thunderlord until Tefty told him about it.
Oh, it's firefly.
That's how hipster.
My bad, guys. My bad.
So hipster.
I don't know if it has the hidden firefly perk on it.
I could have swore it chained, but my bad, guys. My bad.
Tefty is right. Oh, man.
I was aware of the firefly thing. I don't believe
I don't
it had
know.
this out.
Some people are saying it does chain lightning. I could have swore it chained lightning. Like it's not consistent.
That it explodes an arc firefly.
Yeah, but but it chained. Well, yeah. Okay, I don't know. I haven't tested it, so and that's why
I could have sworn you were right, Tefty. I thought it was like the bottom half of the magazine would give it a chance to do it.
Yeah, it's not listed in the perk either. It's like a hidden thing.
Yeah. And you'd rarely see it in PvP because it's just not going to,
in before the hot fix. In before.
People are saying it's a chance for Firefly. It could be just that, no chain.
Maybe.
Arc Firefly?
Could be.
Well, I don't know if those have the hidden perk on it because I only got to use them
Probably.
for like 5 minutes a piece.
Everyone go out and get the Easter egg.
Yeah, I kept looking for heavy ammo synths. Like when I was using it, I was like, no, I want to use these heavy weapons, but I couldn't. It's sad.
Yeah, so you got to go to that capture event. Was it? Tell us about it.
It was a PlayStation experience at the Destiny booth, and we got to sit down and do.
Did Deej feed you grapes? That's what I want to know.
No.
Did he
godly grapes?
Like click grapes and like feed them to you, and then like?
Did he touch your face?
You know,
I don't know what fantasies you guys have.
Did he massage your face with coconut oil?
Yes. Did he massage your face with coconut oil?
Coconut oil.
Did he massage your?
That's amazing.
Wow.
Did he?
You would have.
Oh no.
Did he just get some coconut oil and just start massaging your face?
Oh no! Oh, you got
a little in your. Oh no!
You got a little residue. A little residue.
This one might not go well on YouTube.
You know what else you can use coconut oil for? Cooking.
Cooking.
Oh, cooking. Yes.
What
cooking.
else can you use
Anything
it for?
else? What else?
Nothing else.
Nothing else?
Nothing.
Beard oil,
Nope.
just like Pope did.
Just beard
so
oil and coke.
Can I ask you guys what are your general thoughts about the dawning? You know, we've talked a little bit about it. What do you guys really feel like? How does this compare to, let's say, Festival of Lost or the April update or an actual full DLC? Are you guys happy about it? Are you sad about it?
This is, I mean, it isn't out yet, but everything that they've said, from the amount of stuff that's sticking around to the amount of content that's actually coming in it, this is what the baseline should be for a live event in Destiny. Stuff is sticking around. It has, an interesting game mode attached to it. There's, more than just the actual update itself. I feel like this is exactly what a live event should be in Destiny.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like, especially compared to Festival of the Lost, a big complaint was we can only get one per character for free, one treasure, really? Whereas this time, they're actually giving you a treasure every single day that you log in for the entirety of the event. So that is a lot more than we had for Festival of the Lost. And not only that, but we have an actual game mode that we're playing. We have changes to strikes. We have new armor and new sparrows. They said new shaders. So there's so much that's being added compared to Festival of the Lost. It is a lot better. Yeah. Especially as a lot of us were just expecting SRL. And it's like, hey, you actually get a bunch of other new armor. And you get like chroma armor, which they showed off in the update where the Warlock had chroma armor on.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bunch more stuff like that. Not just, hey, you want to buy ghosts? Okay.
You want some microtransactions?
We got some RNG.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really happy about this update. So you guys had nailed it on the head. So it could be Elsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new
the
armor
Elsa
is kind of cool.
Sparrow is going to be pretty rad.
Right.
And what's your favorite armor from this thing?
The Warlock.
I like the Warlock.
Like, I can't believe it.
The Warlock.
It's the Warlock.
I can't believe it too.
Looks pretty great.
You got the Titan that looks like what? Water buffalo? Is that what we call it?
Yeah.
And then we've got the hunter who looks like a little beetle with a cape.
Beetle cape.
Yeah.
I like it's
Frosty.
a completely original design. I guess it's a
It is.
little bit similar to the trial stuff.
I love
but
the
I really
cloak,
like the
though.
look of it.
Yeah.
I really love the clothes.
That's really cool.
Just let it go.
And we kind of talked about the Warlock being a little bit almost like barnacle-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like sea
Deep
barnacles.
sea luminescence.
Davy Jones action.
What was it?
I'm happy
Bioluminescence?
I'm
Yeah,
happy they're
bioluminescence.
using more chrome armor because they didn't really do much with anything else. You can't really use chrome in the new raid gear. You can't you can't add any colors anywhere. So I hope that this is colorful.
400 chroma.
So much chroma.
What?
Yeah.
What do we? Can we
Tons.
turn that in for some
Can I have some
Motes
Motes
of
light,
strike
please?
keys or something?
Motes of light would be
Light
nice.
more. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
I was gonna say that I think they've done a great job so far with what I'm seeing with the Dawning, especially with like the fact that it's an update that's dropping for everyone that owns Rise of Iron, and infusing new PvE content. Like they did say there was going to be a PvE component that's brought in with SRL, and it looks like they've really done a good job on that. So this feels just like Pat said. It really feels like they're hitting the head on what needs to be a free update to infuse some content, some interest, some drops, some things to go after, to collect, some even new exotics that are new in quotations, but still it's something to go and get.
Right.
Which I think that's all smart. And so I'm excited to see what that means for the future of the rest of 2017 also leading up to Destiny 2, because if they're going to do Dawning like this, then they're setting a precedent, and I hope they can continue that kind of precedent for
Crimson Days.
Exactly. Crimson Days needs to have that same type of thing.
I love Crimson Days.
Mm-hmm.
Do you already have a Valentine set aside? I mean, is this something that you've been planning for a while? Because I know I have.
I'm not doing this with you, Pope.
It's
last year when
the glasses.
when they introduced the microtransactions, they kind of promised us that this was going to lead to, live events, right? It was going to fund the live team, and we're going to get content out of this.
Yeah.
And this is kind of, I had a real bitter taste in my mouth after Festival of the Lost, because I'm like, what are we? We're funding ways to give us more microtransactions? Like, this doesn't feel good at all. Yeah. But the Dawning has a totally different feel to it. It really feels like there's some value there. Whether you buy into the microtransactions or you don't, you're definitely getting something right now that I don't think would have come without that system.
I'm really happy they didn't do the Halloween themed, all Halloween themed. I'm really happy it's more like holiday themed. Like it's not. Yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm glad. I'm sad about how terrible it kind of was, but I'm happy that this is here and it's a different theme and you can kind of change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I like when they decorate the tower. It looks a little different when you go to the tower. I like, I like the small things. Fellwinter Peak was cool. I like that kind of thing. It's small, but it adds, adds some charm to the game that I think is valuable.
Yeah. I wonder if the FPS is going to dip in the tower looking at those graphics. Because did you notice that with Festival of Lost? The FPS dips? No? Mm-hmm. It wasn't like a consistent 30.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that trailer was at least at like 24 frames per second too.
Yeah.
That's most, because that's standard.
That's
24 frames per second is pretty standard. Yeah.
But
do we want to talk about what wasn't included in the update for the patch preview?
What do you mean?
There's one very specific thing that the community's been like asking about.
Tell us more.
And it's like we have heard nothing about a sandbox update as far as weapons go. What do you guys think?
Do you think they're gonna do like an update, like a mini one, like right after during the event? Maybe.
I think it'll drop on Tuesday. I think we'll get patch notes that has it in it.
Wow,
I think you're right. I think you're right. I think we're all the things that they're trying to upload and stuff. Like, I think you're right.
They asked us for our opinions on November 4th.
That is true.
This is called Update 2.5, which kind of it's for some reason to me it's a bigger change than 2.4.3 or 2.4.4. It's 2.5, and it just feels like a bigger update, and considering they were just asking us about weapon balance, I'd be kind of surprised if it wasn't in there.
Is it possible that we're at a point with Destiny right now that they are not really interested in introducing a new season of weapons as they focus on Destiny 2 right now? Like, they're at a point where, you can technically use most of the archetypes successfully. And
in private matches.
In private matches, go in and have a blast.
Oh no!
Like, I don't know. I mean,
is there a season left to have?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I mean, they could rotate it. They could rotate it back to something else.
The low rate of fire pulse rifles. And fusions.
And
I think there's a lot of things they could do. They could bring in, the high impact weapons, try and make a high impact meta instead of a low impact as far as the primaries go. They can change that up.
We'll see like more Grim Citizens.
But I actually I don't think it matters that much what they do. I think it matters that they do something, right? Yes. It's just change it.
Just anything.
Right, just anything, because by changing it, they add replayability to the game because, now I need, the Clever Dragon is no longer top of the meta. I got to go after the top of the meta. What's that going to be? Is it going to be something I got to grind strikes for? Is it going to be something I got to grind where do I go to get it? And then once I start getting it, what are the good rolls on it? How long is it going to take me to get those good rolls? Adds a lot of replayability to the game, but also it's a really fun week, maybe 2 weeks, figuring it out. What is
really is.
Yeah, the chase has been always a thing. It's been really fun.
And like when Grasp of Mallet, when people figured that out, that was good. Just all the hype around people watching streamers just farm for the God roll Grasp. There was so much hype and people
to go try it.
People were so interested in it. It created so much more interest in the game, and it brought a lot of people back. It might not seem like a huge thing, but people are like, oh, Grim Citizens are good. I want to feel what it's like to use my Grim Citizen and do good again.
Oh, I gotta say, I've been leveling up in the I've been saying like the permadeath snake challenge. The Shingani is amazing. It is an incredible weapon. Like it is.
It's always been that.
It should be a legendary. Like it's an amazing weapon. Use
I've gotten some weapons doing that I'm like, God damn it! I wish I could get this on my primary account.
I'm like, I need to pay attention when this thing drops, like because this is actually an incredible weapon.
The only difference is, Stefty, when you get that character up to a higher light and you are matching up against players of a higher skill level. It doesn't matter how good it felt when you're first starting your character out. That thing ain't getting anybody killed in Crucible.
Well, also, I'm not necessarily talking about Crucible when I'm using that stuff. Like I'm getting to like that's part of the fun of going through a new character again and leveling up is getting to see the.
Oh, that's right. You're not playing Crucible. You're too scared.
God, no, it counts if you die in Crucible.
You're too scared, right?
I'm not gonna go unless
you're scared.
I mean, you're scared.
You
right?
have to go unbroken. Yes, absolutely. Right. I'm scared to lose my character.
Okay.
To play trials. Right. Go into trials.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, Tefty, I want to hear a commitment from you.
Okay.
All right. If your character reaches level 40,
I'm already 34.
Destiny character. All right, I'm just saying when your character. Listen to the challenge.
That doesn't even make sense because the challenge it's not to get to 40; it's to try and get as many exotics as you can.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't make sense. I'm throwing down a challenge, Briar. When he hits 40, if he doesn't take his character into at least one PvP game and not die, he can do whatever rules he wants. He has to play through a PvP game. Other than that, he's a chicken. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna be a chicken because I want to get more exotics.
No, you can't be a chicken.
Yeah.
But Tefty, there might actually be. You might be okay to do that because they just updated skill-based matchmaking to be more connection-based.
Right.
So now maybe you won't die to as much BS.
Or maybe you'll get racked over the coals.
I might match up against some great players with like my non-meta weapons. So
you guys play any Crucible today?
I'm gonna say no thanks, Pope.
Yes. I did.
So Bungie tweeted out that they changed. Can I read this? I'm just going to read this.
I did against Omnimom, so I don't know. It's awful.
Cosmo tweeted this out. This is a blog post on Bungie.net. Changes to matchmaking settings on 12/8/2016. Today, the development team is making a few changes to matchmaking settings with the goal of improving your experiences in the Crucible. Here's a quote straight from the team with some details about what's being changed. We've made a change to the matchmaking system in an effort to increase match quality. Our specific goal is to reduce the number of matches that begin before they fill up with players. To achieve this, we are expanding the available skill range for other players earlier and more aggressively. We will also be looking for lower latency matches for longer than before. Essentially, this puts a stronger bias on connection quality with less emphasis on skilled matchmaking. This may result in slightly longer matchmaking times in some cases. For some of you, this could mean that you'll be matched with opponents well outside your skill range. We hope the trade-off is worth it to improve the Crucible ecosystem in general. So after it seemed like they disregarded our requests completely.
Everything's fine. It's all connection-based already. And then they're like, so we're going to make it more connection-based. It was connection-based before.
That's not exactly what they said.
That's
not exactly what they said.
Connection was prioritized.
They said that connection was prioritized over skill.
They said it was prioritized first.
Yeah, they were like first amongst everything.
It doesn't say like how fast they switched to. Yeah, they doesn't say how fast they switched from being that first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very confusing. Confusing later. Yeah.
This is huge because it not only shows that Bungie is listening, which I always like to see.
Yeah.
Like I love when Bungie reacts directly to, something that is going on in the community. Yeah. But this has been a really big problem for like a freaking year.
A long time. I don't even remember when it wasn't a problem.
And I got to say, I only played about 3 or 4 hours of Crucible today. I only played it in the Iron Banner. but we played with a full fire team, and we saw it was 90% green bars. Like, it was overwhelmingly green bars that we were matching up against.
Nice.
Wow.
And it was a huge improvement.
Yeah.
That's very small sample size.
Mm-hmm.
It is, yeah. It's going to be super difficult to test how good it does, because like Patrick was saying, and I started to agree with, we think a lot of the issues comes down to a player population issue, and then when you have less people playing your game and you have somewhat strict skill-based matchmaking going on, it's going to be really difficult to find good quality matches. So as the player population dwindles, you're going to need to make the connection more important so that people have quality matches. So right now we have Iron Banner going on. There's more people playing, a lot more people playing than normal. Right. So I think it's going to take a little bit until Iron Banner goes away, maybe even until the Dawning goes away, till we actually see.
Watts, though, that I did play quite a bit of Iron Banner previous to the change today. And I was seeing normal, what I would consider normal matchmaking with red bars all over the place, people warping, people like unkillable, like that kind of thing. And in my very limited experience today, I saw a drastic change. Like I really feel like I saw a drastic change.
Yeah, that's good.
Small sample size though.
Cool.
I haven't tried it yet.
I haven't tried it yet. I will probably end up doing that this Saturday or something, like going and really trying out a bunch of different playlists. But like the earlier part of this week, Tuesday, when I was playing Iron Banner, it was rough. It was really, really rough for me. I think I only had about 3 games out of a 5-hour session that started like with full green bars and full lobbies. And 2 of those games were against full 6-man teams, which I enjoyed those games the most too, because the connections were fine. I lost both of them, but it was still good games. Then there's nothing that immediately took me out of the game, like someone teleporting and not taking damage.
I will also say today I saw 4 mercies happen on I think Monday and Tuesday combined. I only saw 1.
I joined into a couple mercies on.
That's nice.
Oh no! Oh no!
The funniest one is where you're actually flying in and they're like, Mercy. You're like, what the hell? Now I gotta wait while the end screen comes up and all this stuff.
That's what would happen is like we would get a good game and we would win by, pretty handedly, like maybe 6K points, and it's like we're gonna break up those teams. I'm like, oh, now I'm gonna get put into one that's already going on, and every single time it happened. Every single time, and every single time it was on the losing team, and most of the time it was like a game that we had no hope of possibly coming back and winning. So
it's hard. It was because it's like you win or lose. Like if you're either dominating or you're being dominated. So it's hard with that.
And like if you come in halfway through a Rift game, like you don't know where the enemy team is set up. Like you don't know what's going on at all. It takes a little while to figure that out.
All I know is that when I like scope in, I see a lot of glowing yellow enemies. I'm like, oh, everyone has their super up. This is a perfect time to join the game.
If I join in halfway, can I get like
gonna get melted?
Yeah.
Can you give me like a little super energy for joining?
If you join in,
supers, please.
That should be a setting. If you join in and the game's like you're down, and it's halfway through the game, you should automatically. You're right, Watts. Let's just give you a super, and give you like full special ammo.
Yeah, and please don't spawn me on an active grenade.
Or on active anything. Can you just spawn me in the middle of nowhere? That'd be awesome.
I
will run.
Regardless of skill-based matchmaking, connection-based matchmaking, I think one thing everyone can agree on is that spawns in Rift are
awesome.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
That's why they have that that little thing.
Let me tell you, it is great spawning next to the same guy with heavy, because like, oh, I have that immunity shield. That's gonna do great for when that immunity shield eventually runs out. And it's like
everything.
I gotta say, I'm pretty psyched about the skill-based matchmaking change. I'm glad, like it makes me happy on a bunch of fronts. I'm happy that Bungie has responded to overwhelming community, outrage, frankly. And I'm glad that they made the change to skill-based matchmaking, which I think is long overdue. I know that a lot of people support skill-based matchmaking. I think it was just weighted too heavily And I'm looking forward to playing a lot more Crucible with the new settings and getting some green bars in lobbies.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to trying it too. I don't know how much it's honestly going to affect, just because the overall engine has its issues in general. But I'm definitely all about having better connections. The netcode. I love a great Crucible experience. I really do. When Crucible is working and the connections feel good, it's a phenomenal game.
It is, and I played a bit of Crucible. I played maybe 4 or 5 Iron Banner games. I think 2 had 1 red bar on the other team. And then I went into Supremacy because I wanted to try different playlists, and I was like, Supremacy is the daily, so let me try that one because that's more likely to have a population than anything else. And there was a Warlock that was Storm Trancing and Teleporting. It was great. I don't know how he killed me. He was dead, and I was still electrocuted, and then I fell over. So
the best is when you get electrocuted across the map when they're in Storm,
and
you die from that. You're like, what the hell?
Like you die and you see his like red outline on the other side of the map.
On the other map, you're like, okay, I know this is like a glitch or a bug or something, but what the hell?
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Tefty,
we have anything?
I have a new challenge for you.
Oh, did you see my challenge?
What is your challenge?
I said I would go into a Crucible match if you level a permanent Destiny character to 40.
I'll tell you what. No
spark of light. Has to be legit.
I'll go into a 1v1 match with you.
You can't have. You can't have anybody carry.
I'll do a 1v1 match with you. And if I lose, right? If you win, I lose. I'll delete that character with all of its gear on it. If you lose, you delete your perma character.
No, I don't want to delete my perma character. Cool. I don't want to delete my perma character if I lose, though. Because, let's say you throw the old lag switch into place, because,
What lag switch?
It's a setting on his modem. It's meant for matchmaking.
Oh, man. Now, Tefty,
well, we've all known about this for a while. We haven't wanted to bring it up publicly.
Cat's on the bag.
The only reason I'm such a good casual is that I just lag switch everything.
Yep.
But we didn't want to say how Mr. Fruit won the sword challenge, but
yeah, he lag switched, obviously.
He lag switched.
He doesn't know how swords work.
That's part of it too, actually. Halfway through, you're supposed to use an exotic. Why? Because it actually has extended range.
I had no idea that.
I didn't. What? Who knows this stuff?
Who goes around with hilts?
Anybody who plays Destiny.
Yeah,
I knew it. I just wanted to watch you suffer.
I knew it too. But I just assumed that you would be using a exotic, not a legendary.
No.
I mean, who uses a legendary in a sword fight?
It's a sword fight. With hilt. It's a hilt fight. Come on.
Whips it out. Just whips it out.
Hilt fight is different.
We'll find a challenge, you and I. I'm going to take that level 40 perma Destiny character from you.
He wants it gone.
I'll put up whatever.
You got to put something of equal value up.
My entire character with all its gear on it.
That's pretty good.
That is good.
The main character.
Oh no, you don't touch my Titan map. You just shut up right over there. Okay, let's just
get rid of it. Oh no, you're a Titan.
Yes, my Titan doesn't get touched.
It's the win.
I have deleted 5 characters for charity, and not one of them has been my Titan. So
I feel like that would be an equal stake almost.
Yeah, no, Titan's precious.
That's off limits. That's off limits.
I'll
go into a regular Crucible match with my permanent Destiny character. If you legitimately reach level 40 with a permanent Destiny character,
all right.
Do it.
Deal.
Yeah, do it.
That'd be pretty fun to watch.
Yeah.
You have to stream it though, Pope, so we know you're not cheating.
You want to? Oh wait, you want a 1v1 permanent Destiny characters?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
You have to do it on Xbox because mine's on Xbox.
Are high.
Yours is on Xbox.
What?
Yeah, because I started out on Xbox.
That's the outsource.
Even Xboxes anymore.
Oh my
Bruh, I've got 6 characters. 7. My bad. Permanent Destiny character.
All right, we'll figure something out.
We'll figure something
Soon
out.
6.
We've been going on.
I mean, I challenged Briar, and he lost like a punk.
Pope has the hottest way of doing things.
things.
Brian left the building.
I lost so
That's
bad.
not what this belt says.
What belt? What? We didn't have a belt on the line. What is that?
I believe it's the 1v1 championship belt.
Oh man, I lost so bad, Brian.
Need some glasses to go with that?
Oh, perfect.
That wrestling belt?
Perfect.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Pat, you got something you want to?
Yeah, I can gladly talk about that if I was on top of things and had, relevant ad copy.
No doubt you've heard.
Because no doubt you've heard about these wild mics and headphones that we're using. I'm memorizing it for a second here. They're just some of the iconic gear that Blue creates. Blue's award-winning products are the driving force behind professional musicians, internet creators, and countless elite gaming teams and Twitch streamers. There you get a USB mic is the internet's most popular microphone. Mav, I can't help but notice.
It's a pro.
Yeah, it's one of the Blue Pros. See?
Yeah.
See how popular it is? We didn't even send that to her. She just already had it. It's great.
My second one.
And their MoFi and Lola headphones deliver insane sound and a very personalized fit. Blue offers everything you need to completely immerse yourself in the ultimate gameplay experience. Learn more about Blue at bluemic.com. And I do have to say, these headphones, if you ever want, Blue, I'm going to give you an ad here. I will pitch this ad to you right now.
A genuine ad.
All you have to do is close up of an airplane and a baby crying with complete silence and a slow pan out to a dude with blissful smile on his face and his Blue headphones on, because that was me on my flight. Blissful silence, could not hear the baby crying.
That's great.
A+,
That's really
A+.
good.
That's good stuff.
That's really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Or you can just have Holtz do it for you, Blue Mike.
I don't think my face is very marketable, but you
got the camera set ready to go for it.
There you go.
Let's do some Twitter questions.
Ooh, Twitter.
Ooh.
yes.
Elliot asks, do you think it would be a good idea to tie skeleton drop rate to your score in the strike playlist?
Ooh.
So if you do
Interesting.
bad in the playlist, you get more keys.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how Destiny.
Isn't
does
that how
things.
Destiny works? Like if you do terrible,
I'm
you
pretty
get
sure.
more
Yeah.
stuff.
If you
Sounds
go
legit.
negative in your KD and PVE, you'll get one for sure.
Well, it's like yeah, exactly.
Oh God.
All right, well, I guess I'm gonna have to tank a little bit for a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wipe on the boss for a few.
Oh,
times.
I mean, play normally because
Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty simple to get gold in the strikes that we played at PlayStation Experience. We got gold. The highest rating, I believe, is gold, and we got that.
Do you
basically
think?
to
Do you think
strike.
they're adding that just to get people to just play more?
Probably.
Just to strike. Just to get
Probably.
people who don't like PvPing generally, but like the PvE, just to play.
No, it's if
I'd
you
say
like
so.
PvEing, have a sport to work towards now, aside from just how quickly you can go through something. So
they
now you
remember
can
what the scores were
Challenge
tied
of
to?
Elders.
the scores. Oh, it was there were different medals you could earn. So it was you're simply killing with melee and specials, just like in PvP, and then killing yellow health mobs gave more points. And then there were special types of medals you could get for killing multiple enemies with your super. And then you could get something called the rainbow medal, where you kill stuff with a primary and then swap to a secondary and kill stuff, then swap to a heavy and kill stuff. And it would give you the rainbow medal if you got a specific medal for both primary, secondary, and heavy. Yeah.
Nice.
They
There's
did
a
this
lot of
before with Challenge of Elders, right? And
Yes.
what did you guys think? Did it add a lot of replayability to Prison Elders for you guys?
I think it's just because
I really liked Challenge in Prison. I don't know if I'm just the minority, but I really liked those playlists.
I liked it. It got old for me just because it's.
It got I wish that they would have made it random more than anything, but
Yeah.
it was it was one of my favorites.
What if they did a challenge strike playlist where it's super difficult to get gold and you challenge your friends with a skeleton key on the line?
Ooh,
So I was kind of hoping
I
that
would
it was going to
always
work like
lose
Halo.
I like it.
I would
I was
never
hoping
get
it was
a
going to be
key.
like Halo, where you actually compete with your fire team. To kind of
It's
I would
shared.
always
compete for the
lose.
kills the whole time. Yeah, I was a
You're
little
not
disappointed.
competing. It's shared.
Yeah.
Well, the score is shared, at least.
Okay.
I want to compete against my friends then.
I think it would be.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to have an option to be able to compete against people, or
Yeah,
at least have
cool.
a solo score or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are always kind of more interesting after you've
Yes.
played the content a lot.
If it ends up working like Challenge of Elders, we'll figure out what the best scoring strategy is, and it'll become pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be cool to see it.
Well, hopefully they actually kind of like support it more than they did Challenge. Like I liked how Challenge of Elders had the like they would say, hey, here's the people that had the highest scores this week in Challenge of Elders, and there was like one team that like continually won it every single week. Yeah. You know, hopefully maybe that would be cool if like, hey, this team got the highest score in the Nightfall Strike this week. And then here, in addition, you're also getting an emblem or something like that. So then there would be like this actual competition for people trying to get the emblem. Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Peyton Bowell asked,
do you remember what they did in Halo with the scoring?
Yeah, we just said that while you were away.
We talked about it while you were
away. I was away grabbing another beer. My apologies.
Peyton Bowell says, I personally want Hand Cannon Bloom and Ghost Bullets to be banished from the game. Agree or disagree?
Agreed.
Agree.
Yeah.
Captain Klein says, favorite strike specific gear or raid set gear from each raid. Why don't we just do favorite strike specific gear?
The Hunter Ogre Gauntlet thingies.
Those are pretty good. I got a bad roll on them though.
Me too.
But I still like them because they look so cool.
Do weapons count?
Sure.
I mean the GOM. GOM's awesome.
Devil's Dawn sniper rifle because it's a sniper.
That is nice.
Okay. If I could get a Fatebringer archetype or a Fatebringer roll on the
Imago loop,
that would be my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, now you get more skeleton pieces, so you can actually start grinding for it.
Guaranteed one a week.
Maybe, possibly.
I've probably got 30 Imago loops in the last year, and every one of them is shittier than the last.
I really like the Titan Smash Brothers arms.
Gloves,
yeah. I think they look cool, but there's nothing really other than just the aesthetics of it.
Yeah, I like the Tanix cloak a lot.
Yeah, that's a good cape. That's basically what the Dawning Hunter cape is, right? But it's just
with the Elsa.
But it's Elsa's cloak.
Yeah,
just let it go.
It's not Tanix. It's not Tanix.
Audio Aesthetic says, will the revamped Nexus Strike be available on Xbox?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's any PlayStation exclusive content in here, right?
They did not talk about any exclusivity to any of the strikes while we were there.
Could you? Is it possible that they've run out?
Maybe they're like, oh, we didn't make enough exclusives.
No. That their contract with PlayStation has run out.
It could be.
Maybe.
Well, we're getting it on PC.
They were at the PlayStation experience.
Sure. You're like, okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind.
Also, it's not a paid DLC. I feel like those come with paid DLCs.
Right. Yeah.
So wait. So
that's true. You
know how the PlayStation exclusives weren't going to be coming to Xbox because Destiny 2 is going to be coming out. Guess what you guys are going to get on Xbox? Maybe, probably, is the Warlock Blue PlayStation exclusive armor that is now legendary with the dog.
Everyone saw that.
So you get old blue armor as legendary, and it's got chroma on it. So
I'm assuming everyone's getting that.
I'm assuming so. Xbox players rejoice. You get used to be exclusive.
Rejoice.
Yes, blue armor.
You get our second-hand gear from PlayStation.
Oh
Yep.
no.
Lost sweat.
Well, I've used it for a couple years, and then now I'm onto the new hotness. So
nobody's coming along on this ride with you, Pope.
I've taken it to the thrift store. I dropped it off at the thrift store, and all the Xbox players just bought it. It's good though. It's sale. It's on sale. It's cheap.
Kappa
For
Meteor.
questions and concerns, send all email to Popebear at.
I think most people who watch the show understand my sarcasm, but I spent 10 years, almost 15 years of my life on Xbox Live playing Halo. I think that it's a superior social experience, but I'm playing Destiny on PS4, so I gotta make fun of the other console. That's just the way it works.
And the cycle continues.
Ace Pilot 003. The memory of artifacts don't seem to be the game changers we expected. What changes would you like to see to them?
I can argue against that. I can argue against that. I feel like they are big game changers.
Memory of Scoria is a pretty big game changer for Trials.
Yeah, you notice Memory of Scoria in Trials. If you get used to the sprint artifact, Memory of Yolder, you get used to that, and you swap over to another character, and you're like, oh wait,
it's awful. Oh no, yeah, I have to transfer that.
Memory of Felwinter.
The Yolder one is a game changer to my stress level because every time
you try to run,
you can't get going.
I personally feel like they are a good addition to the game. They are a good game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're in a good place where they are.
Yeah, I like them because you can pick and choose, but I think I'm gonna keep with the sprinting available.
Me too.
That one's really nice. I thought that was a bug for the longest time.
Everybody did.
I'm pretty sure the community was like, it's a bug. And then Bungie's like, no, it's a feature.
Just read it.
Well, there's this bug fix that it's a feature now.
Yeah,
right? Steven asks, if D2 is a restart, do you think they'll have some content to close out D1, bring closure?
If they had an event, that would be cool. Like, just an event
a launch event. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of games with sequels do that. For example, like World of Warcraft always has an event for expansions and stuff. I think it'd be kind of
heralding
cool.
event would be really cool to see.
Something would be really fun to be a part of.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Sure.
Man Shark, if you can have a real life aircraft built into Destiny as a ship, what would it be?
I don't know.
Real life aircraft.
A real life aircraft.
They're not cool enough.
They're not very cool.
I would argue I'm going to go with a paramotor because I think it'd be cool to fly around space on my paramotor.
I'm going to take
I would be a little slower than your ship.
I'm going to take I'm going to take the $4 billion Air Force One. That's under contract.
That sounds like it'd be pretty nice, Steffi. I think where you're going with that.
I don't know.
I think a good question would be like, what ship would you bring into real life?
Right. I was gonna say like, what I would bring a TIE fighter.
Yeah, but Destiny though.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like any ship, any spaceship into Destiny, I would bring like.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I think that's what Mav's talking about. The better question is.
I think because they were asking like real life ships.
Yeah,
like,
real life.
What Destiny ship would you bring into real life?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, the other way.
Yeah,
but I think if it's like any ship everywhere, anywhere, I think I would pick something Star Wars. But
yeah,
I'm a fan of the classics. I'm gonna go for the Lockheed P-38 Lightning. So,
oh sure, yeah.
It's the what.
Your nerd is showing. You might want to tuck it in a little bit.
Some people will know what plane that is, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I want that as well."
Let's just see.
Nobody wants that.
We'll see.
Go look it up, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I want that."
The P-38.
Yes, the Lockheed P-38.
5,000.
Should have gone with the P-39. You really fucked it up there.
Yeah, I know. The P-39 really went downhill, but the P-40, I mean, they started to bring it back up again.
Stephen Kuhn asks, when do we start complaining about CBMM?
When it actually
started on Twitter.
No, yeah, they literally did.
It came out.
Have you seen the forums? Like the replies to the forum post about connection-based matching. They're like, oh, they listened to the 1%. Congratulations, your game's ruined. One person in the comment section of my video said, I was really looking forward to enjoying strikes and the strike scoring and sparrow racing, and now I can't because of connection-based matchmaking. I'm like,
what? Those two things
you can't enjoy strikes because of connection-based Okay, okay, fine.
Wow.
That must mean that they're always red barred. So they're just lagging their way to victory. Just all the way. Like a 5-second strike run.
There's going to be no matter what you do, if you're Bungie, there's going to be a segment of the community that you piss off, that you...
that it doesn't apply that to every single thing ever.
Everything.
I don't know. I mean, there's really,
but I don't really hear a lot from other communities. Like anytime anything happens with Bungie, you will hear about it on Twitter. You will see it somewhere. You just will.
You know what's the really funny part is when they're like, well, now the 95% are gonna get completely stomped by everyone. I'm like, but if you are within the 95%. How do you come into contact with the 5% every game if you are within the 95%? 95 is bigger than 5.
You were tweeting about that today.
I was just like, what are you talking about?
Do the math.
The math doesn't work out, Watts.
It doesn't. You will constantly fight Lumi and Crafty at the same
every game.
Every single game.
I am omnipotent.
William Bengry asked, do you think the year 1 exotics need to have their perks looked at? Example, Hawkmoon has Hammer Forge. Change it to Rifled Barrel.
Be a lot better if they just...
I think they should.
Yes.
I think you should revise some of the old perks. Just because.
Be a lot better if they also just kind of undid the nerfs that were done to it, specifically to the range. The one stat that matters really on hand cannons.
Oh, the range. Range has always been like a weird
used to be so much fun.
When range didn't matter.
Back when it was a PlayStation exclusive. One could argue that once it became available to Xbox, they screwed
Edmund
it up.
Young asks.
Good call, Briar.
Out of everyone on the podcast today, who would win in a real life fight? I'm going to go with Poke Bear because he fights dirty.
Yeah, he's a scrapper.
I fight dirty. I don't know, Matt.
You're right.
Matt
Poke
looks
gets
scary,
scrappy.
Man.
Poke gets scrappy.
Yeah.
I'm sure Poke gets scrappy.
I bet.
I think he's got pocket sand. He's ready to go.
He's got pocket sand and he'd break like a bottle, on the side and be like, "Get ready to shank you."
Coconut oil, so you
There
can't.
you go, so you can't grab it.
Yeah.
Like it takes 4 pounds of pressure to break the larynx, 3 pounds of pressure to break an eyeball. Trust me, I fight dirty.
What?
Yeah,
you know these
coconut
statistics?
oil on the ground and just make sure you slip and break your ankle. Rip.
Oh my god.
ZPK says, how would you feel about a toggle being added to switch to third-person view? It's already implemented in the stealth mission.
I wouldn't ever really use it.
I would love it.
I don't think I would use it.
I just whip out my sword when I want to do that.
Skyrim did it.
Whip it out. Yeah, but that
Skyrim,
was
it looks
Skyrim
so
in third
stupid.
person.
Skyrim's awesome. I like that. I used to use it all the time.
Crappy.
When I got into first person, when I got into fights, I'd switch to first person, and then when I was walking around, I'd be in third person. When the other way around.
Character didn't look so ratchet. I think I wouldn't mind being in third person, but it might be good for Destiny, but I don't think so.
Well, didn't you have control over that, Mav?
I'm just really bad at that.
You didn't spend any time, admit it. Like, you had the opportunity to make your character, like, awesome, and you just were like, screw this, I want to play!
I mean, yes.
Okay, there. So, you had control over the beautifulness of your character.
My character is beautiful.
Yes. Thank you.
Ratchet.
Mine's missing
Hassan asks, my issue isn't the lag, but I can't be bothered with tryharding every game. Is that the same for you guys?
I mean, I put tryhard pants on all the time. So,
I don't want to run around with, I don't know, a gun that sucks because the balance is awful, I want to have fun with other guns sometimes. But that is actually more of a balance issue than like a skill-based matchmaking issue. If the balance between weapons was better, then like, hey, you could go and use hard light. And you feel like using Red Death, you could go do that.
True.
But currently you can't. So
I remember hard light was like, it's just the god.
Can anyone actually explain what like tryharding actually means?
Putting yourself
the
in the
thing
best
that I
possible
do
position to win.
5% of the time.
Look in the mirror,
so
Patrick.
playing competitively in a like the thing that I don't
being an
understand
uncompetitive player trying to play competitively is tryharding, I think.
Being an uncompetitive player trying to get better at the game. Okay.
Yeah.
No, tryharding. Just trying to be super good, but you don't put the time in, but you just get real serious. Sometimes controllers break.
Actually, let me revise that. It's putting yourself in the best possible position to win during casual matches.
Yeah, okay.
That's such thing as casual matches.
Yeah, there is.
I mean,
absolutely. You just got home from work and you like load up the game. Are you actually ready to be like super competitive?
Tryharding would be like you just drank your G Fuel and you're just like in the zone with your scuff.
Yeah,
and you're like, and you put your gunner glasses on, load up your storm collar, grab your matador, get your double smacky hands. You're like,
it's
yes.
just I always feel it.
Handshake with yourself.
I always hear it in like a negative connotation, like these tryhards. What?
Yeah.
Well, usually tryhards are people like that, like take it too personally and they like get negative and they're just like mean.
Yeah.
I can't tell you a definition for a tryhard, but I can tell you he'll teabag you if he beats you.
Yes.
Always a warlock.
Always. Unless you're me, you just teabag your team.
Also, guys, I don't think necessarily being a tryhard is a totally negative it's taken as a negative connotation, but it actually shouldn't be taken.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it shouldn't be taken as a complete oh god, this tryhard is such a piece of trash. It's like no. This person wants to win the match really hard. Yeah. Like that's
now if
they're teabagging, then maybe they're 13 years old and have a book report due tomorrow, and that sucks. Obviously, they didn't read the book report.
They still do have a book report.
Yeah, they probably have to read like Lord of the Flies or something, you know.
Tryharding in Call of Duty was using the cheapest overpowered classes there were and using them to the most extent possible.
Yeah,
you know,
well, that was tryharding. That is the meta.
They're cheese masters.
Well, they're running dead silent, and the one where you could hear and crouching in a corner with a shotgun, and it's just that was tryharding.
I don't know. Tryharding just feels like a term that's trying to make you feel better about losing.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit too.
Oh, it does for sure. It is. Like, oh man, these guys are such tryhards. Like, yeah.
I guess you should have tried harder too. Then I don't understand it, but
I
don't really use the term. There's two kinds of Destiny players. There's the cool people that I beat in the Crucible, and there's the assholes that beat me.
Right?
Really, nothing in between here.
That's just how it goes sometimes, I think.
That's so funny.
The other team
Shaquille Everett asked, Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Pebbles?
Cocoa.
Neither.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Cocoa.
Why is that? Tefty?
There's good gluten-free cereal, dude. I eat gluten-free. There's good cocoa gluten-free.
Dude, gluten-free. Is there good cocoa from gluten-free? Like what brand?
I don't remember the name, but this area is just like gluten-free city.
Right?
So awesome.
Yes,
in Seattle?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I told you, Tefty. I told you. We can't go to the store and buy gluten. It's not possible.
Yeah, the more
it's true. Oh my God, it's true.
The more gloomy and rainy the area, the more gluten-free it becomes in the West. Yeah.
God, I need to. I'm just gonna
though you'll fit in, Tab.
I'm gonna. Okay, what I'm gonna do.
Come on, Holtz is coming out.
When I move to Seattle, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up a store that's just like the most unhealthy foods. It's just like bacon. All of our food has gluten. Fuck you. Every single thing has
store
gluten.
To the ground and chase you out of town.
Everything has like the worst type of cholesterol and fat.
Just go
because
to
it tastes delicious.
Still fast food.
There's fast food. There's an Azel's chicken place that's pretty good. That's like right down the street. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
There's loads of stuff here.
It's actually
Azel's Famous Chicken is what its actual name.
Famous.
I've actually never been there. Said the chicken.
I'm just saying, there's probably a market of people that are like, man, I'm tired of trying to get like my food with gluten. I'm tired of like all the healthy options. I want some unhealthy.
I want
food.
inflammation.
I want to buy a pound of lard. Please let me. And
I want to be sick to my stomach and have diarrhea.
My histamine levels to rise.
Oh,
dude, Mav totally gets it.
Yeah,
he gets it. If I have gluten, I wouldn't be able to stream.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'd turn into like a.
Evan Powers asks, what exotic weapons have the biggest differential in PvP versus PvE usefulness wise?
Last word.
Yeah.
Last word is a good one.
True.
Sure.
It's always been just like the sweet candy roll.
Is the question asking like what's like really good in one but really crappy in another?
Yeah.
Or good in both.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
You can have fun with Sleeper Simulant in PvP, but I feel like it's really fucking good in PvE. But I'd rather have
right.
I'm gonna go with
a lot of other weapons in
PvP. Yeah. Galahorn Kappa.
Yeah.
Black Spindle.
Yeah. Black Spindle.
Yeah, you can't really use that in PvP very well, can you?
You can. You just don't get any benefit for doing so.
Black Spindle?
You're just a big old target.
You get to snipe out those annoying stupers, you know?
Yeah.
There's legendaries that can do that with better perks.
Don't worry about it.
It doesn't sound as cool as Black Spindle. Did you see the ornament?
Exactly.
That's coming?
Ornaments.
The Taken Black Spindle.
The Taken one looks good.
That looks
good.
Yeah.
Where the white nail perk is the white poop. Never mind. Sorry.
Joe asked, do you think Destiny sequel will have a ranked matchmaking like Halo 2? Joe,
I don't know if we're ever gonna get it, man. I don't know if we're ever gonna get it.
I think
we're gonna get it.
I think they're thinking about it now, for sure.
In D2, you think it'll come, or you think like maybe a patch like within D2 or maybe like a DLC within D2, or do you think it's going to like launch with D2?
I think they're actually going to be very cognizant and aware of a competitive environment for Destiny 2 because they've seen how much. I really do. I think because they've seen how much of a response we have with competition in this version of Destiny, which was, and I don't think was ever intended to be that competitive from the developers' point of view. I think they're like, okay, MLG and Activision are like, we'd love to have this more competitive and more capable to have those events. And I think Bungie would also sees the merit in it. So I actually think it's a solid possibility that maybe ranked stuff is coming in Destiny 2.
Perhaps you could bring in another developer to build the infrastructure around competitive matchmaking.
They were like, so we're bringing in Sledgehammer Games. Don't worry about it.
Pope Bear's like, I'm out.
No, done.
Abandoned ship.
Skyrim.
What's going on with Titanfall over here?
Full-time Skyrim player, MLG Skyrim.
Welcome to the Titanfall Community Podcast featuring Pope Bear.
Oh my god, I hope not.
Oh no.
I lost my place. Ollie, Soys and Blindy says, what do you think will be, I already forgot their name, the new developer. What will they be working on in Destiny? Maybe the PC version?
Oh,
they seem like
port.
a PC
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, we
The
did.
PC port.
Figurines.
Yeah,
buffs
figurines.
Game.
I'm banking.
I think
everything.
Soys is actually the one who gave me the
Microtransaction figurines with buffs.
Nadir Foundries says, before Bungie dropped the matchmaking changes, did Iron Banner feel easier than normal on Tuesday and Wednesday? My KD skyrocketed.
Nope, that's
Dude, you're just getting
you.
better.
That's
You're
just-
doing
yeah.
awesome.
Getting better.
Just killing it,
Just
bro.
crushing.
Killing it. You're gonna try hard in the
You're just
positive
playing
way.
a Stormcaller.
You're a positive tryhard. Excellent.
You're an asshole.
You are learning and getting better and developing. You should not do that, according to people in my chat.
I had to claw tooth and nail for most of my games to actually like get a win out. So no, I personally didn't have an easier time. I think it was about the same.
Maybe I'm just getting worse. We're getting worse.
No,
I
the
think it's
community's
worse.
getting better.
No, we are getting worse.
I think the community is good.
Yeah.
I just invited a bunch of really good players from my chat to carry me.
There you go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of had
We
the.
dominated like crazy. I don't know what you guys are just complaining about. It was just too easy this week.
We played a couple hours yesterday, and it was me and Memes, my wife, and then invited some subs in, and or actually just people sent me a message. Actually, we didn't have too much of a difficulty winning. There's a couple games that we lost, but I think it's just RNG.
You got a huge advantage in Rift if you just start talking to each other.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it. I joined up with a group of guys that invited me, and they were like, hey, you want to play? We haven't been. I don't know. What's funny is that they were like, we're looking for the new, grind into the level rank 5 to get that new scout rifle, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I joined up with them, and I shit you not, the very first game I got the exact, like a little bit actually better than the vendor roll on that scout rifle.
Of course you did.
And everybody loses their shit. But the funny thing about it is that
I'm happy for you.
Thank you very much, Patrick.
You're fucking lying.
I am absolutely not lying. I will get them. They
out.
are actually in the chat. They recorded it. It happened.
No,
It was
I'm
my
not
very
talking about
first-
you. I'm talking about Patrick.
Oh. he's not lying. He's very happy for me. I could tell.
I am genuinely happy for you, Pope.
Thank you, Patrick. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Definitely.
I can tell, but the CSI
Sunglasses.
yeah scream. Go ahead.
So,
With the savage,
but the great thing about Iron Banner is that like we were communicating, we were talking, and we won. I'd say 4 out of the 5 games that we played together, and it's like you said, just communication, teamwork. It makes the game a different game.
I
makes
played
the
solo.
game work. The dream.
Yeah,
work.
rip
You
that.
fix it.
We always got
Yeah.
against people who weren't teamed up, so we just dominated, just wrecks.
I do one character to rank 5 every single time solo because we used to get a lot of complaints that you guys only play with
Only
teams. I was like,
friends.
okay, that's a legitimate complaint. I'll do one character solo every time.
That's a really good idea, actually.
and
No, it's
you
not.
know what? Yeah, Rift
It's gonna see how
solo
much
is-
salt I can just perspire.
Rift
Yeah, it's terrible.
Rift solo is pretty
I was like,
rough.
"Don't."
That's a
It's
horrible
pretty
idea.
rough.
I highly suggest going into LFG and getting yourself a teammate, even if it's 3 or 4 people. It doesn't have to be the full 6, man. It makes
pick up the first 3 people that you say, Mike. If you got a mic, just jump in here and talk.
Must have Mike.
Well,
don't care about anything else.
If you're trying to see like the matchmaking and things like that, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know if I'd go all the way to rank 5. I think I'd be like, okay, did one match. It was awful. You guys can hop in the fire. Everybody, every slot. Thank you. Everyone in the fire team. That's what that happens.
Fill it on up.
Yeah, let's go.
George Swift asks, do you keep non-meta weapons with good rolls in case they become the meta in the future?
No.
Yes.
Kind of.
That's why my
to a certain extent.
I don't think
on that.
I don't think I keep them leveled, but I keep some guns in the vault.
I've got like 4 god roll medium rate fire rifle auto rifles that are just I know will come back.
I've had to delete
I guess I got
recently.
a couple of them.
Should just have a memorial.
No, stop! You're disgusting me right now.
What was the year 2 Iron Banner auto rifle?
What's that?
What's the year 2 Iron Banner auto rifle?
Year 2 Iron Banner.
Galleons.
Oh, it's the
Demise?
the bullet hose.
Yeah.
No,
Galleons?
that's the trials.
Hakon's hatchet?
Oh, the
Hakon's hatchet.
Yeah, that's good.
I got like a goddamn perfect roll on that. I mean, the thing is, there's
Brilliant.
zero.
It's
There's
collecting
zero
so
bounce.
much dust.
There's no recoil. It just
It's
doesn't
just-
kill people
It's
fast enough.
just so dusty.
Just sitting there.
I have mine. I still have mine.
Yeah.
Great piece of art
Although
in the living room.
the new trials one is basically the same archetype,
yeah.
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 so I could just get rid of it. George Swift, UK. Do you keep? I just read that one. Sorry. Marty Moose asks, "What is your favorite Christmas tradition that you do each year?" Mine is watching Disney Christmas movies.
I don't think I have any tradition.
Usually go see Christmas lights or watch the claymations. The claymations are my favorite. So good. Or the really
old
crappy
ones,
like
wait,
Hallmark.
the
the
Snowman and
scary
Yeah,
ones?
like
Red-
Rudolph. Yeah.
Oh,
They're
not
not
the
scary.
no, the other ones that he puts out the Christmas like. There's another one that
The
they're kind of
classic
scary.
ones.
Okay,
Or
those
really
are scary
terrible,
to me.
like
by the
really
way, but-
terrible like Hallmark Christmas movies where there's like the actors you don't even know. But those are like really awesome. It's like terrible acting. It's just so great.
Memes loves those.
I'd say my
Remember
only
those
tradition
shows?
is Christmas trees, decorating them, hot chocolate, and like cheesy Christmas songs.
Nice.
Yeah.
We like to
Once
watch.
you get kids in your life, it kind of
Yeah.
changes because it becomes more about like
It does.
making those memories for the kid and like making Christmas
Helping
special. So you
Santa.
form these,
Gotta
you
help
start to form these
Santa.
things, and it's really fun. What's
Yeah.
that?
Just gotta help Santa out sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
Santa
doing the
needs a
Christmas
hand.
tree, doing the lights, doing the decorations, going out Christmas shopping, building a
Mhm.
fire, like that kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
We always have a fire, and then we burn all the wrapping paper on our.
Yeah, we do the same thing, Patrick.
Yeah, and then while
Really?
watching a
What?
Christmas story, like that's our
Yeah.
our
That's
tradition.
Christmas
Morbid.
story is great.
That
Yeah.
is morbid.
Santa gave you that wrapping paper.
Yeah, elves like
That's morbid.
It might be
elves minted that out of
Oh my
like
God.
magical ethers.
That's
Yeah,
actually
they're
their
there,
that's actually their
right?
skin. They slowly peel
It
away
smells
their
delicious.
skin
Ugh.
That's
throughout the
even worse.
year,
God, that's awful.
and they
Smells
put that
wonderful.
together for
This
your
is what-
wrapping
Sarah,
paper.
terrible.
The elves
road.
are there in their sweatshops, and you're
What
just
just
getting
happened?
rid of their hard work.
That's ridiculous.
Burning their skin.
We'll keep them
You were
employed. If we
burning
kept
Terrible
our
our-
skin.
If we kept all our wrapping paper every year, they wouldn't have to make new stuff. We're just keeping them employed. We're keeping them off the unemployment lane. We're keeping them off of welfare. We're
Right.
helping out
Recycle.
the world economy.
Reuse
I don't
it.
know.
True. North Pole's rough out
After
there.
my kids are done with it, is not reusable.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
I lost my spot again.
Well, we might have to
Need
do a different.
Sensei.
Sorry, that was a bad joke. It was going to be a bad Trump joke about the elves in the wall, but never mind.
Nice. Let's next question.
Hamid Sensei says some of you guys have the PS Pro. Is there a difference? I have a 4K monitor.
Oh,
It's different when you watch the Grand Tour on it.
Destiny
That's great.
Destiny is not
Yeah,
enabled
that's-
for the PS4 Pro.
There is
So-
zero difference in games that don't have a patch that supports it.
Yes.
So Destiny, there's
Yeah.
zero difference. There's still slowdown when you go to the
The siege.
Siege machine. Like there's zero difference in Destiny. Maybe you'll see a little difference in load times, but a lot of that is network based.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they actually like sandbox the hardware, what's available to the application.
Because they do.
They do. Yeah.
Because I also loaded up Bloodborne. Bloodborne is notorious for FPS dips. Same exact thing with the PS4 Pro.
Yeah. Now it's all clocked down, and that's.
Yeah.
That being said, though, if I was buying a new PlayStation, I would definitely buy the Pro if I could afford it. And if you have a VR headset, I would definitely get the Pro.
Yeah. Games that support the Pro and you can play in like 1080p, for me, have been better. Have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you have a 4K TV, it looks really nice. But Destiny, hopefully Destiny 2, but not Destiny. Muju says, if you could have Destiny characters in Mortal Kombat, what kind of crazy fatalities would you want the Guardians to have?
I want them to finally use those knives on the front of their weapons.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Just
make some use of it.
Just stab them, slice them in half. Just
I'd like to impale somebody with a sparrow.
Who would do it?
That's great.
Would it be a warlock?
That's great.
It'd be a Titan because Titans are big.
Just pull out
I'd like to take a warlock like dress and just pull it over the top of them, and then like
like a hockey
it's like
move,
the ultimate wedgie.
And then bah!
That'd be a Mortal Kombat move.
I think you just want to see under a warlock.
There's supposed to be blood and guts. No,
there will be. There will be.
All over your dress, Pope.
All over their dress. Yes.
If you think about it, combustion from Golden Gun is kind of like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finish it. Oh.
Or even being eviscerated by Blade Dancer. You turn into like eviscerated arc.
You get pretty aggressive with the blade.
Yeah.
You go hunting.
Yeah, exactly.
Philip Doherty says, love the podcast. What changes or hopes do you have for next week's patch?
That there's a weapon balance update that's going to surprise us, and we're going to be like, oh.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I really want to see a sandbox update.
Santa and his elves brought a update. Balance. Huh. Didn't know I was working on
I really do think we're going to get
I didn't know Bungie was Santa. Let's do it.
Yeah. So like, why is all this wrapped in like elf skin? It was disgusting.
Cosmo's one of the elves.
Cosmo's an elf? No way.
Cosmo's an elf.
No.
He's super tall.
No,
that's what makes it funny.
Yeah, that's what it is. He'd be like he'd be trying to fit into one of those little elf outfits, but his whole family is like really tiny, but he's super tall and he's like, eek.
No, he's like the movie Elf, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Like that. Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay. That's what. Yeah.
Either way, he could be a giant elf. Just super helpful.
Yeah, he'd be super helpful.
Just the most helpful.
Yeah. He's Santa's #1 elf.
Derek says, if Destiny 2 comes out on PC, will your main platform of choice change with that, and why?
Nope.
Ooh.
Nope.
I don't think so.
PC Master
Did we
Race.
answer this last week? I feel like we answered this last week.
We've answered it like every single week.
If I can get my character over to where I'm going with everything so I don't lose any of the stuff that I'm so attached to.
Oh my God, Pope, if you could change your characters between all the platforms, like bring them to all the platforms.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome.
It would be great. It would be really great.
That's what I want.
I'll even pay, to transfer them. How'd you even do that?
There's like a dedicated
microtransaction for
dedicated servers for transferring your character.
Yeah.
I'd probably start with PC, but I would have all platforms.
I think PlayStation will always be like home because that's just where like my community is based, and that's where I think it's like charming that Destiny is only on console. So I think PC is going to be good for like all of my new friends, and that's where like new friends will be playing. So I'll probably play with them, but I don't think it would be my main. I don't know.
There's a significant difference in quality of the graphics. PC is going to be my main just based on I make content of this game and I want it to look as good as I can. However, we have no idea if it's going to be a good port. We don't even know really if it's coming for PC.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's all speculation. But if it was a superior version of the game, it would definitely be my primary because just the fact that I'm a content creator.
If it does come, if I get nervous because a lot of games that are multi-platform, the PC is always the most buggy and always like it never works. Like everything that's been released in the last year or so has been awful.
Batman.
Batman.
Right? Batman was
awful.
Dishonored,
everything that's as multi-platform has been really bad.
Dishonored 2 had an awful PC port this time around. Awful.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they just now fixing it.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried
Abyss Walker Stiff says, I'm sure you guys will touch on it, but what's your take on Vicarious joining Bungie? We did take a look at that earlier. Lego. Rezo Lego. Who's grinding for some rad tier 12 SRL gear?
That's me, baby.
Yeah.
Pope doesn't have to
It's
grind.
good
He
stuff,
just
man.
receives.
Wait, can we just rewind real quick back to the PC thing? The Gears of War did a thing where you could play PvE with PC and Xbox players. And if they did that with Destiny, where you could play PvE, not PvP, but PvE, like cross-platform like that would be pretty amazing if you could do PC and Xbox players being able to play. Yeah, being able to play the PvE
like they
content
announced
together.
it, like actually see it working and doing it what they had announced like at E3.
Yeah, that'd be amazing because it works for Gears of War, and I don't know if I know Microsoft is pushing pretty heavily towards that the PC and the Xbox starting to homogenize together.
Confirmed. Bungie is working with Xbox to homogenize Destiny.
Making cheese
for Destiny.
To me, it just becomes like, a matter of practicality. If it looks so much better that it's noticeable in a YouTube video, if
you're making content, then oh my gosh, absolutely get the prettier one.
Yeah.
Hello.
I don't know. If I'm making content, I'm gonna do what's easier to like get footage for content, and console is easier at this point. I'd have to get like another PC to capture footage and everything. That would just be annoying.
But secretly you want to 1080 GTX 1080, right?
You know you do.
Or 1080 Ti.
1080 Ti.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer FPS
games
on
sponsorship,
console. So.
If I get like a sponsorship with another PC company, like I'll switch to PC and then like figure that whole setup out. But I'm very content and fine with what I have here.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll never stop playing on PlayStation just because my friends list is there.
Yeah, I mean that's like where everything started and has been and will be, and yeah.
Yep.
The Elusive says, could the VOG relic being in the new Nexus strike be Bungie's way of warming us up for the return of the depths of Venus?
Maybe. Because weren't we saying in a podcast that we feel towards the end of Destiny, original Destiny's lifespan going into Destiny 2, that it's going to be like, hey, here's all the old raids, go have a blast.
Yeah. Light level up.
So maybe.
The first time I heard that, Tefty came up with it. And
that was Tefty.
I've been trumpeting that horn ever since he said it. I think it's a wonderful idea. And even if it's not their plan, it should be.
It just makes sense that if you come back to Destiny 1 2 years after Destiny 2 is released and you want to see what this game was like, it makes sense that the stuff would be relevant. Like everything in it would be relevant, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oliver Piss says, before playing The Dawning, do you think the Festival of the Lost micro cash grab is justified by the content in The Dawning?
No.
I think
say no.
Probably not, yeah.
No.
I am RS3. Do you guys and Gal have tips for me to convince my wife to let me play more Destiny?
Foot massages.
Yes.
This is Pope's area,
coconut
right?
oil time.
Yes. May I recommend this
Virgin
product here?
Coconut oil, cold pressed.
No, to be honest with you, it's just about finding out what's important for her, and making sure that you are equally, spending as much time on what is important for her as she does for you.
Foot rubs.
That's one
it's
way
always
to
foot
go.
rubs.
Or
like just do stuff for her.
You can somehow make Destiny an income provider for your family.
Or
and suddenly you're not going to play video games.
You're going to work.
Got it.
Yes.
Right?
That's the trick right there.
Right.
Third option is introduce her to Destiny and discover how cool leveling up and earning items and all that, and suddenly she's gonna want to be playing Destiny.
Yep.
That's good.
Less likely, but You can try it.
Yeah.
Good luck with that, Debbie.
I mean, yeah. Memes loves the game.
They're rare. They're rare. I mean, like my wife, she's started to play and she likes the game too. So I wouldn't say she loves it. I don't come home from work and she's like playing it. You know,
and she's sitting there yelling at people in the Crucible.
But she plays it.
Try hard.
Storm.
Shouldn't you be doing your homework?
Yeah, she's just yelling at kids. Where's your mother?
She comes running up to me.
Get her on the phone.
She says, "Hey, you know, the shotguns are amazing in this game." Yeah, yeah, I know. Thank you.
That's why I got a prenup.
Jake Quees says, "What are the team's top hopes for a balance patch? Do you think it's likely?" We kind of talked about this one already too.
Yeah.
Evan Meyer says, "Do you think we will see an update like the Dawning to go alongside with Crimson Doubles when that comes out?"
I'm thinking so.
I hope so. I really like Doubles. I even made a shirt for it last year. I just really love Doubles.
I freaking hated that game mode. I wanted to die.
Oh my god, it's so fun.
It's not fun.
It's so fun.
It was the worst experience of my life.
I'll put you in my fanny pack, Watts. Let's do it.
I'm not 100% convinced that Crimson Doubles is going to be a thing this year.
I know it.
I'm
I don't
not
think
so sure that Bungie saw that being a successful event.
Well, maybe instead of doing Crimson Doubles, I would just be like a Valentine's Day themed event.
Yeah.
Well, I think last time, like, Crimson Doubles, I don't know, for a majority of people, it's like, oh, we get to play with Thorn again. And then that one weapon completely negated the entire aspect of that game mode.
It was like, hey, here's a fun game mode. Do you want to sweat your ass off and hate yourself? Here you go. It was supposed to be fun.
Game mode. I liked it.
I mean, we're gonna have more connection-based matchmaking though, instead of
right?
matchmaking.
Definitely.
So it might be different, you know. I also
they
think
might even throw in keys in that matchmaking.
There
you
go.
Know.
Yeah,
Crimson keys. They give you double loot.
I think the biggest change that they need to do instead of
red ghost.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like, because that would be 2 months after this event. If they did 3 months after, and instead of the April update being April, it was March update. If we had a March update that was a lot bigger, and maybe included some of this, you know, Crimson stuff, I think that would be more. I think that'd be smarter, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know. They're pretty happy with repeating things, so I don't know what they're gonna decide.
True. Yeah.
They like to just refresh what they did the year prior for events, which is, I mean, Halloween is just every year, so makes sense. But
yeah, I mean, if anything, we're probably gonna get it.
If they do what they did for the Dawning, where they refresh it in like a bigger and better way, I'm okay with it. But if they just do like Festival of the Lost, it felt exactly the same, except it just cost me more money.
Yeah.
Festival of the Cost.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Gluten-free Engram says, 40 years in the future, your grandchildren find your copy of Destiny 1 and ask you, what is this? What do you tell them?
Sit down, you little shit, and let me tell you about a time.
If they found like the case of it and was like, what is that? I'd be like, that's where I met all of your family.
That's where I met your dad.
That's where I met your friend.
That's where I met your mother.
Your mommies.
That's where I met your mommies. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Randomly decided to load into the lighthouse, and there she was. And I knew she was the one because
we both got it together.
Yeah. The only ones that are good enough for
That's
me.
the only way we could
see
her there was because we were both there.
Because her ELO was 2,000 and up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. A minimum light level. That's terrible.
Kurt Ford says, do you think PvE and Nightfalls are relevant again with strike scoring and bounties? You think this makes them relevant?
I don't know.
Want to play them? That's
more relevant than it is now. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
There it is. Yep.
A little while. I don't think it's going to last forever, but for a little while, it'll
keep us busy. That's the whole goal, is to keep everyone busy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, mid-January, I don't know if I'm really going to be thinking about strike scoring and stuff like that, but I'm definitely going to jump in and have some fun with the new strikes.
Yeah. What do you think? 3 more questions? 2 more?
Yeah. Let's do 3 more if you got 3 more.
Nicholas Diaz says, do you think the Dawning is going to be like Festival cost or the complete opposite?
I think they
opposite.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think discuss. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be doing that again.
No.
Nope.
Robert says, how would you guys like to see Destiny 2 introduced to us? Big E3 presentation, Deej on a Bungie stream, or a random drop?
I would like to see a guy.
Leaks of informations like posters that were leaked last year. So
I'd like to see a guy at the Super Bowl just streak across the field naked with like just written on the front of him Destiny 2 and like right on his butt cheeks D2 D2 and he's
got
like
a Shaq's helmet on.
Yeah, you know, like Shaq.
Oh no!
Yes, a paper Shaq's face running across this.
Nice.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
That is the only acceptable way that game can be introduced now.
Now there's a standard. I hope they're watching. Hello.
Do you guys think we're gonna have to wait till E3?
I hope not.
Hope not.
I think that's the first look we'll get at like an actual trailer. I think we'll probably get some little tidbits, but I think E3 is going to be like, this is what the game looks like, and here's info about it, and these are the classes, and whatever, and yeah. But I think we'll get something before then.
I didn't expect anything out of PlayStation Extreme or whatever it's called.
Experience. It's an experience.
I mean, your glasses look extreme.
That's experience.
But I was kind of hoping. I was kind of hoping for a poster or a logo or something to pop up on screen. You know, just something. Just like, hey,
they've always liked
that,
being
right?
so tight-lipped. They've always liked that, though. I feel
but man, that would have created so much hype. That would have been huge.
They're
just
very
a
good
logo.
at the hype.
It doesn't have to be any gameplay at all.
They're very good at creating hype, I think.
Yeah, right.
They need to do the logo thing first. They definitely need to do that. And I really hope we don't have to wait till E3 for that, because E3 feels like forever from now.
That's like summer.
Yeah,
they'll leak into it,
July.
but then
Next
the playable space will be at E3.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to see some liquid 60 FPS gameplay.
Activision pulls away. Activision pulls away from E3 and does the same thing that Bethesda did. You know, where they do their
the B3?
Yeah.
B3 was fantastic. That would be awesome if they did that, but that would be like having a BlizzCon.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
does
think that would be a
Activision
thing.
publish enough properties to actually do that?
Yeah, for sure. They got Call of Duty. They got
Skylanders.
Oh
Destiny,
no,
Call
I
of
don't
Duty.
think I'd want to be around as much go.
Yeah.
They got Blizzard.
We love everybody. All these Call of Duty people that are disenchanted with their game right now are coming over to play Destiny, so we welcome them all.
We can capture them at that place.
They will realize what a non-toxic community looks like.
We should tell them all that high-impact auto rifles are good.
Yeah.
They should definitely play that as their first gun and go into the Crucible.
Call of Duty
Shadow Price is what you're looking for right now. You definitely want to get on board with the Shadow Price.
Oh no! Just make a video for Call of Duty players coming to Destiny. This is good tips for you.
Yeah. I think the biggest problem for a Call of Duty player coming to Destiny would be like, as soon as somebody teleports and shotguns them, they're gonna be like,
what's wrong with this?
What? I was gonna say when they shot someone and they didn't die instantaneously.
Yeah. I will say like going from
why can only one gun do this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that 3 questions or 2?
That was 3, but
then we're done.
There was one question that I sent you that I thought you were going to read, but you didn't.
What was it?
Did you pay the tariff? Did you pay the tariff, Pope?
No, I mean it was just curious. I just sent it to the. It was.
It's in the group chat.
Oh yeah, that's not appropriate. Never mind.
I mean,
it's in the group chat from Twitter.
Oh, okay.
What?
Do you want me to read it, Briar?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is it appropriate?
It says to Briar, Rabbit, and Pope Bear for some reason.
Just you,
and it's
because we know.
No, it's Christo, and he's sending it to Briar Rabbit, and he's copying me. He's asking, how do you ask your partner if they try out new sexual stuff without making the conversation awkward?
Yeah, I ignored that one.
Yeah,
why do we get questions like that? That's what I want to know. Like,
I would
Destiny
say the best
podcast.
advice I would give would be to queue for Crucible. It's like
Q for Crucible.
Q for Crucible.
Yeah.
Enter.
Then if they're
Crucible.
still, if they're still excited, then you can explore situations. But I'm pretty sure everyone will be very salty, and then you just go to bed.
They could play the Crucible, and then when they're done, you could be like, "Hey, so I'm kind of wanting to do this thing. It's not as bad as your Crucible experience," and they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
What? Isn't like one of the rules of marriage to never go to bed angry with each other? So like, don't play Crucible. No.
Yeah.
Well, but I like where Watts is going with this. So
Yeah,
you present something really horrible, and then you're like,
pretty
this
terrible.
Isn't so bad.
It's
exactly.
Oh my gosh. Briar, prepare for 10 times more awkward questions next week.
Exactly.
Thanks,
Pope.
Thanks, Pope.
Thanks, Pope. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, we're gonna call it an end for the podcast this week. This is the 10th episode, featuring MavShow. Hello.
Thank you so much for having me. This was super fun.
Absolutely.
No problem.
You guys are awesome.
It's been a blast.
Super happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
All right, we're gonna do our sign-offs now. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been Patrick Casey, and you can find me at Holtzmann_YT on Twitter if you want to talk to me about Magic the Gathering.
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me on Twitter at @BriarRabbit. You can find me on YouTube on the Briar Rabbit channel or stream it on Twitch. Just look up Briar Rabbit.
And I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on twitter.com/Teft. Catch the streams I do on twitch.tv/Tefty Teft and catch the stream archives on my YouTube channel, Tefty Teft.
I'm Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch at Miss 5000 Watts.
Matt, tell everybody how they can find you.
I am the MavShow on everything. So Twitter, YouTube, and that's pretty much where. It's Twitch, YouTube,
Stuff,
love it.
places.
Yep. That's just where it's the MavShow.
That's where you're at.
Yep.
And just go find Destiny on the Twitch directory and you'll find her. Okay. And this has been Pope Bear. You can find me on Twitter at Pope Bear or lurking in the streams of these fools that are on the show.
All right, and thank you all for tuning in. This was the 10th episode. Hey, we're officially in the double digits now.
Yeah.
Boy, it feels like a lot longer than that. I feel like I've been doing podcasts with you guys for so long.
It's almost like we've been doing this for. It's almost like we've been doing this for over 100 episodes.
Right.
God.
Yeah.
Weird.
Man. Years.
Wow.
Years.
Years.
Weird.
Crazy.
All right. Thank you all for
You
tuning
guys are
in.
in my living room every
Thank you,
week.
guys.
Thank you all. We'll see you all next week.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye.